Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for a Sunday morning, and we've got a couple of good matches on Reedy's 8-Ball Q Sports. We've got Marty Dunlop and Tyler Walker, and Anthony Kotze and BJ Bell. I'll get them over for a bit of a chat and see how their preparation's been going. Hey Marty, how are you, mate?
Reedy,
Mate.
we're here.
Yeah, how good's this, mate?
Yep.
I've been hanging to see you play, mate. I've never even seen you hit one ball. So this
Did you know?
Yeah.
It's been 5 years since I first walked into a Reedy's tournament.
Okay.
Back in 2019, it was
Yes.
Kieran and Sam Burnett.
Yes.
I saw you on YouTube and I came down,
Yes.
had a chat with you, and you said you're going to play a money match, and I was like, now I'm here. So 5 years.
Mate, I'm glad you're here.
Yep.
I can't wait to see you go.
Yep.
What Jay was talking about you last night, he's looking forward to watching you play as well.
Yeah.
We're all looking forward to seeing you play. Nessie was talking about you earlier.
Yep.
I'm looking forward.
I'm looking forward to it.
So all I can do is wish you the best of luck. And
Yep.
So how's your preparation been for this match, and how much practice have you put in?
Well, I was talking to Al Talbot back at the Bundaberg comp, and I said, when you sign up for a money match, that player lives in your head rent-free for the whole time. Every shot you take, every game you play, you're thinking about today.
Yes.
So, and it's just, you play games, and this is an unpredictable game with the new rules. So anything can happen today, and you kind of prepare for the unprepared.
Yes.
So I was trying my break, I got that, and then you're like, hang on, what if he's got a better break, or what if the ref can't rack up, or then, you can prepare and prepare, but this is a day and anything can happen. So it's just the best player in the day is going to win, and that's just how it is.
All I can say to you, Marty, is thank you for everything that you're doing for Reedy's Q Sports. You're reffing, and you're sort of part of the team now, mate.
I'm proud to be part of the team. It's awesome what you're doing for Paul. It's great.
We love having you, and we wish you the best of luck today.
Thank you very much, Reedy.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers.
Hey Tyler, how are you, mate? You said we met last year. Sorry, I can't recall it and all that sort of stuff. I meet a heap of people.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to you playing today. Tell me what sort of preparation you've done.
Just a lot of table time, mate. Practicing on the table at home.
Yes.
Pub comps every week. Been for the last year, going every week, and just trying to practice for that big game.
And you've been thinking about this every day?
Every day, mate. Every day.
Since how long?
Oh,
it's been a few
February,
months.
March, something like that. I think we started.
Okay. Well, mate, let's get it on.
First one ever for me, so
mate,
it's good to come out to the
how are you
world
feeling?
and
You a little bit nervous?
A little bit nervous, mate.
That's a good thing.
It's normal.
It is normal. Enjoy yourself out there, mate.
Cheers, mate.
And I hope you do well.
Yep.
Good
Am
on
I
you.
able to say anything too for the sponsors?
Of course you can.
I'd like to thank Woodford Pub for sponsoring me.
Yep.
And also the Wamran Butchery for helping out, everything they've done for me.
Yep.
And every one of my family and friends, thank you so much.
And thank you also to his supporters, because you guys make this happen, and all the best to Tyler today.
Thank you.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers, mate.
No problem.
Know the drill.
There he is. There's a big fella. Mate, how are you, Ant?
Good.
Well, one of my good pals. Obviously, I have to be quite neutral whenever you play someone, and that's how it is. But obviously, I hope you do well today. You want to tell the viewers sort of what's been happening in your life, pool-wise, in the last few months?
Well, obviously playing on your team, we got into the finals, and we got the finals done and won.
Wonderful.
And it's a goal for me. It's always been a goal for me.
Yep.
And I've learned a lot over the last 2 years playing in your team.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm trying to get better every single time, and these things do that.
Okay, so you recommend them to people?
Everybody should do it. You want to get better. I was the worst person with nerves.
Yes.
The more you do these, the more the nerves go away. It becomes natural.
Yeah, but what about the people that don't think they're good enough to play on these cards?
I never thought I was good enough, and you got to not listen to other people. You've got to come in, get it done. If you listen to other people, you'll never play. You'll never get better.
So you recommend these?
100%.
Anthony, listen, you've put in a whole heap of practice. I think you're ready for the match today.
Yep.
And all I can do is wish you the best of luck.
I just want to give a shout out to Woody as well, Woodman's Qs.
No problem.
He helped me out. My Q broke during the week, snapped, and he went through a lot to get me a queue set up and done for this match.
Yeah.
And I got to give him big props because he did a lot for us.
Thank you, Woody. One of our best sponsors that we've had for a long time. I'm sure he might jump on and see this and love that you've thanked him.
He's a legend. He's helped me massively for this match.
I'm glad he's got you right and he's put you in the right frame of mind.
Thank you.
Good on you, bud.
Cheers.
All the best today.
Thank you.
Hey, BJ.
Hey, mate.
How are you, champion?
Yeah, pretty good, mate.
Mate, you're excited. You're buzzing. You're smiling. You're pumped up, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
Okay, and how did this match come about?
Oh, Anthony contacted me and said, he wanted to call me out.
He wanted to call you out?
I'm like, yep, sure.
Yeah, I like that. And have you practiced hard for this?
Oh, yeah, I've had a few good preparations.
Excellent, mate. Beach, I hope you go really well today, mate, and enjoy yourself.
I will.
Have
sure
a lot of fun and play it in good spirits.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good on you, buddy.
Thanks.
Okay, I think maybe Joe will join us just very quickly because he does that. Mate, you make this job easy, Jay, because you always come over with a smile and you always say the right things. Love having you again, mate. Thank you for the weekend so far.
No problems at all.
And everything that you've done. Thank you for reffing the main event last night. Great.
Hey, welcome.
It was a long game, wasn't it?
It's about 5 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours. I'm pretty sure it started at 7 and finished at about midnight.
How are you?
Midnight.
How are your legs?
Mate, I can't. I want another one. Let's do it again.
You want to do it again?
No, legs are a bit sore. I haven't ref for a while, so standing up that long is
I was talking to
little bit
your
sore.
man last night, Curtis Fisher.
Yep.
And he says to me, everyone that does reffing should wear gloves, okay?
Correct.
Based on the grease that they got on their hands and picking up the ball. He says, Reedy, that's what you need to introduce. So maybe we've got to get a set of gloves for everyone. And I know that's going a bit professional, but...
No, but it affects the play of the ball. I mean, obviously, no fault to Snooker World at all. It is a bit warm, a bit humid, purely because of people from the outside, vandalising the air conditioning units outside. So we're sort of stuck with what we've got, unfortunately. So it does get a little bit warm, but that moisture that you get on your hands transfers onto the ball. So
okay, so maybe that's what we need to do, hey?
Yeah, look, it's definitely something that should be done if you're going to be refereeing. It does make a difference. So I'm sure Mark, if he's watching at all, or watched a little bit last night, he'd be glad to see that I had the gloves on last night.
Yeah, wonderful, mate. A lot of people tuned in last night.
We got the whirlies.
She give me the whirly bird. We've got to wrap this up, and Joe, let's get through the rest of this match and go to dinner.
Lovely. Sounds good.
Good on you, bud.
Good to go. Morning, everyone. Welcome.
Morning.
Morning, Nessie.
Morning.
It's
Here we
Sunday
are.
morning, day 3.
Back at the cricket.
Back to the cricket. Coming from the central missionary position.
Coming from the boondocks. We've got Brent reffing.
Yes.
I'm not paying him.
This is no. I'm sure
He
that
won't last all game.
I'm sure that
You
it won't
watch.
be worth a penny.
He will not last the whole match.
No.
Guaranteed. I know what he's like.
Yes. I've got a good idea as well.
Yeah.
So we've got Marty Dunlop and Tyler Walker. Marty's done a lot of reffing for us yesterday, so thank you to Marty. Tyler won the lag, gets a ball off the break. And on second table, a local boy, Anthony Kotze, taking on Sunshine Coast BJ Bell. Anthony's somewhat had a bit of a morning, Bo. Welcome along, mates. Good to see you again. Anthony's had a little bit of a interrupted lead up into the match with unfortunately getting his cue caught in his car and it snapped. So currently holding a new cue.
Oh, is that a brand newie?
Brand
You
newie
didn't get
that
the
he's
one fixed,
picked up a
so-
couple of days ago.
Okay. So
So
you got that one from Woody?
from Woodman, yes.
Yep.
Thank you, Woody.
Excellent. Thanks, Woody.
One of our sponsors.
Woody always helps us out. Woody's been with us since the get-go. Do you know that?
Has he?
Yep.
10 years?
Yep. Been with us since we very first started all our money matches
Yeah,
with
Nessie,
my selfie stick.
I'm having a bit of a chat with Reggie a little bit early, and it's come to my attention. 2015 you started, so we're 10 years in of streaming. Is there going to be a 10-year anniversary super card or something?
I think so. I think we will.
I suppose we could almost just wipe off 2025 and use 2026 as the
2024
10th
and
year.
2025 can kiss my
the freckle.
It's been a really tough year for my family, me and my family, and myself, and
Absolutely.
Brent. You know, and we've still got some stuff with Bob and Brent's dad, but we're dealing with that.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely, it's something that I think we've spoken about. Better put my phone on mute. Everybody knows your phone goes on mute in a pool hole. So yeah, so it is definitely something that we have spoken about that I think we do need to bring to the table, but we want to get. I'd like to make it something quite special. You know, get the Rusty, the Justin, the guys from Victoria. Even do, I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there. Even do like the elite of the elite. You know, get Travis up.
Yep.
Get Greg. Get guys from Western Australia. You know, like just make something big of it. And be interesting.
I did sort of mention already last night a 10-year anniversary, minimum $10,000 per match.
Yeah.
Make it a big super card.
10 and 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Marty.
It would be an amazing card. Imagine getting sort of 10 or 12 matches. It's a minimum of $120,000 worth of prize money. It'd be
Who's up for it?
yeah.
I'll stream it. You and I can stream it.
We'll sit back and watch
We'll sit back
the
and
pros
just watch
do.
it all. And
Pros do
we'll
what they
just
do.
go, oh, look at that. And I'll just go, oh, he's going to go this way. Oh, look, no, he didn't. With my shitty commentary.
I sort of did that last night with my refereeing. You sort of got to track the mapping of what the player's going to do, so make sure you're standing in the right position. And quite a few times I find myself standing in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just I'm a little bit out of whack myself.
I've done it.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit like Brent. Unfortunately, BJ fell out of position. He mucked up there. But I'm a bit like Brent. I'm easily distracted.
Yep.
Although I can see he's doing the clock watch. Stopwatch.
Has he got someone near him that he might be asking to do it for him?
No.
No. I'll have to be surprised if he's able to keep his attention on the one match the whole
I
time.
know, right?
That's probably the only concern. But look,
It's on all my score reports. I'm easily distracted, so I get out of jail.
I'm the same.
10 guns comp, 10 years, 10 players, 10K. Love
10K
it.
each, yep.
Love it. Can you text me that, please, Marcus? So I've got that. I
Schubert?
like that.
I think
love it.
I think that card would be.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I think it would warrant just the one match at the one time. I think.
Oh, 100%.
I wouldn't want to be trying to commentate two matches at the
No
same
way,
time.
there would only be one table. 100%, yep. There'd be no 10 a.m. The big guns don't wake up until at least 2 or 3.
No.
No, that would be interesting. I like that. Anthony got a long pot here.
Yeah, just got
That's
down
all
a
right.
little bit quick. Got a result.
He got a result, he did.
Yep. A little bit of a shot to nothing, but just got down and hit it pretty quick. I
He
didn't
did.
see if the shot clock was getting low, but he just got down and just went at it quite quickly. I mean, Anthony's someone that I know that Reedy spent a lot of time with, because obviously
Yes.
playing with him
He's in our team.
on a Thursday night. But
Yep.
Anthony's someone that I've spent some time with as well. And just trying
Heart
to
of
change,
gold.
yeah, absolutely. Just trying to change his tempo a little bit, and he does. He's someone, as you can probably see on cam, he's a big, strong boy, and he's got a lot of power. And trying to suppress that power into a more, a little bit more finesse
Yep.
is
Marty on the board.
is sort of key with our game.
Yeah. Oh, ball in hand. Here we go.
So yeah, but as you said, heart of gold, someone who holds his friends close,
Yes.
and he's got a real passion for pool. So
He does, and he's got his family here today. He's got
Absolutely.
his wife and daughter, mum. That's it. Just needs to settle in. Takes a while to settle in though, don't too.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep, he takes that one.
Good morning, Shuey, and well done on your win yesterday as well.
He's got another match today actually. A gentleman, I can't remember where he's from, he might be up Brisbane way. His name's Jeremy Clark. So they've taken on the 1 o'clock slot.
Oh, he refereed one of the matches on Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Awesome.
So yeah, he might even be up.
Oh, wow, what a shot.
Toowoomba. Anthony on the board.
Excuse me.
Stuff. Yeah, so that match will be on at 1 because we moved the 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Was it 10 o'clock yesterday? Yeah, 10 o'clock yesterday.
Okay.
So yeah, just to fill out that day and not have a break in that day. So I'll actually write that on there. Now that I know it. Just waiting on Jeremy's promo photo so I can actually put something on Facebook as well.
Just a blacked out character at the moment. You just need to unlock him. Morning, Jack.
Morning, mate.
Congratulations on your win last night.
Are you coming to? Are you coming to?
Yeah.
Oh yay! I'm off the
Have a
hook.
bit of a chat.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
I'll give him.
viewers.
I'll give him this one. and
I'm
I'll swap with you
changing the
this.
guards. I'm just going to mute this for a second.
What about the idea of like a...
Sorry guys, we're muted.
Oh.
Nobody heard that. Nobody heard that. Yeah, it's all right. We got muted. Now, as I said, I just said to Jack, we're probably muted when I said it. The thought of possibly getting a group of players together, a $10,000 buy-in each, and you set the amount of matches that you play against a player or a group of players, and you are rewarded, you get a return for every frame you win. So rather than the winner takes all sort of concept, the more frames you win, the more
money
return
you make,
get.
yeah. Interesting. If anyone on the chat has any ideas for ways to improve and ideas for an anniversary type setup for this thing, then
Yeah,
let's float it there as well.
absolutely. Put them in the chat. We can always go back to it and check them out. Yeah, we were. Sorry, Les. Yeah, 2 runners. Got Jack and Nessie are in. We've got Jack and Reedy.
Float your ideas and put them on that. That's my ideas board. My vision board.
Yeah.
That's my vision board.
Vision board. Same card as everyone else. So guys, yeah, you would have seen in
That's a
chat that the next match is
lovely
coming
shot
up.
down the rail.
We
We're a
got
bit behind here, are we?
so this
That one's
here.
behind, that's live.
Yes, this is live and this is YouTube, so this is sort of like 20 seconds behind.
Yep, so that's what we're commentating on?
We're commentating on this.
Okay.
Yeah. This,
I'm watching it here and I'm shot behind everything.
this is our live chat. So
Okay,
the live
so
chat,
delete that
Yeah.
part of it and...
So the
Gotcha.
chat generally comes up with where this is. So
Yeah.
they're commentating on what they see here, which is
Yeah.
about 20 seconds behind this. So
No worries.
yeah. So yeah, as you've probably seen, Nessie put up in the chat, we've got Marcus Schubert, who's having his second match of the weekend, taking on Jeremy Clark. I think Sam Taylor was the last person who played 2 matches on the same card. I think that was the last card that he did that. So thank you, Shuey. And obviously Jeremy Clark did some refereeing for us on Friday, so thank you, Jeremy, for stepping in for the match. Lenny Stein and Reece Daly, a stalwart of pool versus someone who's really just you can't take a cue out of his hand if it's not a vacuum, it's a cue. So Reece Daly's on the hunt as always playing on these money match cards. Been quite successful in the past. Rick Ferguson and Michael Haar. So Rick from Sunshine Coast, first time on the money match card. As Bo mentioned a little bit earlier, saying he's excited to watch Rick play and was quite surprised that Rick took on a match, which I'm looking forward to as well, Bo. It's going to be a very interesting match to see how Rico goes. Rico's played in a lot of our Sunshine Coast Premier League matches, so plays in the singles league for that, so should be quite seasoned when it comes to races around the 11-13 mark. And Michael Haar, who's another up-and-comer, he's just been pushing his way through the grades. Pretty sure he, last year, the year before, played C grade at CVC and dominated and went up into B grade and just been playing really well, to be fair. He came around to my place a little while ago and we had a bit of a fun hit. And it was Reedy's had a nightmare here. Lucky he was blocking the camera.
He's having a shocker, isn't he?
He's having a mare.
What did you
He's dropped the ball and it's almost hit other balls.
do? For God's sake.
So yeah, Michael Harvey, that'll be a
You're
good
right,
match.
Bev.
Mark Powell and Marcus McDonough. Obviously Mark here from Snooker World. Don't think we'll get him on for an interview, but it'll be good to see him. He won his, I think it was his first match that he played last time, which he was successful in on the hill. Taking on Marcus McDonough, who is Irish or English local.
You're okay to play for your shot? Yeah, that's all right. We'll have a look. It's just a normal shot, isn't it?
He's saying he hit this ball. So Was he touching ball? I don't see that ball move.
It rocks, doesn't it?
Does it rock?
This one rocks, I think.
Is it the shadow? Or?
Was the one that you were playing next to, is that the one that you moved? Yeah. So you just...
Yeah, I think it rocks.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to say that rocked.
Better eyes than me. So yeah, that's our card for the rest of the day, guys. So stick around for another nearly full day of matches.
You guys
Sorry,
will be getting pretty tired by now, yeah? Pretty tired by now? 3 days?
I worked on Friday.
I'm not too bad. I think I'm sort of seasoned for sort of 10, 11, 12 day events now.
Yep.
That
3 days
doing the
is
same
just
hours. You know, setting the alarm for 7 o'clock and being at the venue by 8:30. It is. I'm not getting out until the AM.
nice. Roll like a
Sort of used to it now. So the feet were definitely a little bit sore. I haven't done much refereeing or match refereeing of late. So
managed
standing up
to-
and refereeing for a while is something that I haven't done.
You
So-
managed to snag a good one too last night, mate. The match went for quite a while, so
Yeah, it was just over 5 hours. But you know, I think I would have preferred being able to be a part of it rather than sitting down on the side for the whole thing, being able to watch it. There's something different being involved in it
yeah.
and watching the outcome. Essentially the best seat in the house. Compared to sitting on the sideline and having a drink and getting
Absolutely.
distracted while people are talking to you and stuff. Like,
Yeah. The thing cut over on the black over ears and he's made that.
Tyler's on the board.
Yep.
Well done. No, I haven't. No, Tyler. I thought Tyler was 1-0 down, but he obviously won the last two. So. And he's just created a little bit of distance, which isn't too bad. He might come off the rail first here, just to. Pardon me.
Is he on the red, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, he's got plenty of space there.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
rail first.
So these are an interesting one. You don't want to hit them too thick because you can actually push the black ball out and your white ball will stay too thick like that.
I just need a soft roll that.
Just a
Off the
soft
rail
roll in
first.
there, rail first,
Yeah.
gently.
And I suppose
That
even
was
if
what
you
I
do,
was getting towards, literally as I was saying it happened, but you can get onto them too thick, you move the black too far out and your white ball follows through and stays, quite often it will just stay in the jaws and you're left with like a fine cut to the opposite corner or something like that.
wow, that's a big shot to take ball in hand.
Shot to nothing. Somewhat. These black balls are tricky too because
Cue ball's running.
Yeah, the cue ball I think is running, but it's safe. But you've got the option of playing it off the yellow or straight into the hole. I think the right
A little
shot
bit
is
bigger pocket, yeah.
well. Yep. I think it's a little bit further away than a big pocket because if you miss the yellow completely, then you just hit jaws. So
Yep.
I would delete the fact that the yellow's even there and just go straight for the hole like that.
Sharp. Gotta watch the cue ball coming down the table.
You've got to come on as well.
Yeah. It's, yeah, just going back to that shot with the red over the pocket, I think you've just got to slow drift down the table, catch the rail first, and even then, if you do catch a little bit of the 8, the cue ball's still coming across towards the centre of the table.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
And you're going to leave yourself a shot.
Getting space between your white ball and your black ball is more or less the key there.
Yeah.
Because in this game, like the table's so small that quite often creating space and finding space is the hardest thing to achieve. And when the balls are close together like that, and you're trying to move the white ball around them with stun shots and follow throughs and so on, it can make it quite hard. So using those rails, like you said, is the way to go because it just takes so much execution out of the shot.
Yeah,
You can just tap in, you know.
well, you saw how much he had to force it to get the reaction that he wanted. And it,
Nice break.
he's a powerful man, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Wish my break went that well last night.
Well, to be honest, I think you and Macron both broke really well last night. Take away the fact that probably 30% of the breaks were dry, 30-40% of the breaks were
Yeah, it
dry.
was interesting though.
The balls were splitting very well.
I didn't think I could hit the break much better. I got to the point where I was trying to belt it too hard. And it cost me a frame. Like when
came off the table.
Yeah, when Macklin was on the comeback there, I thought I'll try and crunch a frame in here and get a nice big break, split them up, and try and get an easy run out. But the right ball jumped off, and he got the easy run out.
This is your one, hey?
Yeah, that one's mine.
Oh, that is yours.
Yeah, sorry.
So you were at Worlds, obviously. You got the hi Cameron. Thanks for joining us. We've got Jack
Good
Phillips
morning.
with us.
Morning, guys.
So you're obviously at Worlds. You got the opportunity to play on the new Racing tables with the new CPBA 820 cloth by Ultimate Pool.
Yep.
Give us your thoughts. I'll give you my thoughts to begin with. Someone who probably spent a lot more time on the cloth than what you did.
Yep.
Not necessarily playing, but I managed to play a little bit on it. But I found it to be consistent from start to finish. There wasn't much wear. It was an easy to maintain cloth. I've got some of the cloth at home sitting in a bag ready to go on my Racing when I get it later this month.
Yep.
And it feels heavy in the bag compared to a
Like
piece of superfine does.
Yeah, okay.
Which to me I find surprising because it was a very quick, slick cloth. But
Yeah, I think-
I'm interested to hear as someone who played on it for the whole week and a bit.
Firstly, I didn't know what to expect from it because I only moved over to that cloth a few weeks before the event. So at that point in time, we didn't know what we were going to be playing on. And I actually put a Supreme table in at home to be as ready as I could be for that comp. I didn't have a super fine on it or the CPBA cloth. I just had normal Strawn, but I would iron it every time I played to keep it fast.
But just wanted to play
But
on
I
the
just
size.
wanted to, it was more the pocket sizing and stuff like that. But overall, I thought the tables at Worlds were really good. For the amount of tables that were in there and how fast they get set up in and how many people are playing on them, like they get a lot of abuse. They cop a lot of frustrated people hitting them. They get bumps. They get a lot of gameplay. And I don't really think I could fault them, to be honest with you. And pretty much our whole side had that view by the end of it. Rob Bold and I had a chat about it afterwards, and we agreed that the tables were probably the best tables we'd played on at a Worlds. The disappointing part at the World Championships, though, was the fact that we had second-hand balls on all the tables and mismatched balls, which I thought was pretty poor. You spend a lot of money to go there, especially coming from Australia, and you're playing on balls with, like, we had to go up to the head umpire a couple of times and switch over white balls and things like that. But overall, the tables were good, and I liked the cloth. It did show signs of wear towards the end of the tournament from when the balls were getting racked, but it didn't affect how it played at all. The front ball was still staying where it should. There was no roll-offs or anything like that, so I just think maybe that comes with the colour. But any table you play on enough is going to get that wear mark, so that doesn't concern me.
It's one thing I've found that I've got a Supreme at home with Superfine, and I think it was probably 2 to 3 hours after after getting the table, that 2 or 3 hours of practice, I was starting to get a wear mark where I was breaking from, and a wear mark where the top ball is. The one thing I don't have is any wear marks from where I'm racking the balls and rolling them up.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So I think it comes down to a lot of practice of the user racking the balls correctly and just because a lot of people just pick up the balls and drop them on the table and then when because we all use the smart racks as well.
Yeah.
So they're squeezing the rack but also pushing down on it to slide up.
To slide it up. Yeah.
Whereas at the end of the day, you just need to sort of hold the bottom balls. Just slide it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's when you're pressing, when you get to the position you
and
need to
at
be.
the end of the day, like that's so a little bit of just to elaborate on your white ball wear mark from where you're breaking from, that's generally due to queuing down on the white ball because you're queuing down on your break.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're forcing through where that white ball's sitting, and then that part of the cloth wears harder. So that makes complete sense. If you're pushing down on the rack, especially with those smart racks, you're pushing down to move them up, then inevitably you're going to wear more.
So on the smart racks, you've got sort of metal and also carbon fibre now. They've got carbon fibre ones. So the frames are metal or aluminium as they might be as well, but they've actually got plastic. There's a plastic joint and they've got plastic on the heels of where the edge of the triangle finishes.
Yep.
And a lot of the time when you people are pushing that up, you'll see the drag marks of those heels on the cloth.
Yeah, okay.
And that's just, again, just a little bit of an experience of people using them. But over time, again, just with some practice and understanding how to use them correctly, it can definitely change the wear and tear on a cloth, especially if for your home table. You don't want to have those ball drop marks and tram tracks along the rails and that. So Dan Dixon's written in saying nice
Cheers,
match
Dan.
last night.
Appreciate it, mate.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I've seen you. Hopefully catch up soon. That'd be good.
Shane said that you escaped some snookers pretty well last night.
I copped a few of them, mate. My God. That was something I put some work into before the match because I didn't expect it as much last time I played Macklin and he beat me. So I thought, put that extra effort into getting out of snookers because it makes a big difference to hang into a frame where you can just, accumulate pressure shot after shot instead of just rolling over and giving your belly.
Yep.
Just hitting your ball and leaving him, just make him play one more shot.
Yep.
One more shot.
Put
Because
yourself
you
in a
never
position
know
that you can
exactly
get back to the table.
Yeah. All you need is a visit, and sometimes it goes against you. Well, most of the time, you still lose those frames because they've got control of the table. But it does happen where if you can just hang in there long enough hitting them, then it does put that pressure on, and they know that you're going to hit the ball. They stop snookering you sometimes.
Yeah.
And if they stop snookering you, you've got them cracked at that point because they've given up on it and they're just going to try and outpot you, which I'm quite comfortable with that. If someone wants to try and outpot me, I'm happy with that. So
Yeah, no, good insight. Really good insight. Look, going back to the balls at Worlds, I have to admit, as a referee, I was a little bit disappointed as well because, the equipment side of things is something that I feel like I'm in charge of, and trying to give the best facilities for the player and the best conditions. And
black ball here. This is to go 4-0. Sorry, mate.
yeah, that's all right.
This one's
This is definitely a big shot.
big
But
implications on this one. There's big difference between 4-0 and 3-1.
yes, correct. Oh, good shot there from Marty. Caused some separation. The cue ball needs to stay on the table there. Oh, he's done well. With Ultimate, obviously building their brand, they've obviously gone to a company and designed their own set of balls. So I think it was quite obvious at Worlds that they were prepping for the changeover.
Yeah.
And without spending so much money on 42 new sets of balls, which is, as you said, it is
I
disappointing.
understand that, but
they're the balls that they've been using in their tournaments leading up to it as well. So they weren't in the best condition either for their matches.
oh, look at this, big markers. What a shot! What a visit.
It's a fair shot to take it back to even at 2-1. So look, I can understand. I felt a little bit upset for you guys. I had a lot of complaints, obviously having discoloured balls, different coloured balls, having balls with chips in them.
Yeah, they were really rough. Like they were the kind of balls you'd get at a pub on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Some of them were casino balls and some of them were the
Pro Cups.
Pro Cups, and it was no real. There was just nothing consistent about them, which there was so much effort went into, this new cloth and the Rassins and pushing it so people spend money on it, and then they, you deliver sets of balls like that. It was just like might as well just grab 300 different reds, 300 different yellows, throw them in a mixing bowl and pull out 7 of each and play with them. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, unfortunate, but it's not like everyone had their own 7 balls to hit out. Everyone had to.
Well, you
play
still
with
got
the
to
same
pot them
ones.
at the end of the day. I know that, and I just thought it took away a little bit from the prestigiousness of the event. Being the World Championship. You wouldn't go to Wimbledon and use second-hand tennis balls. Granted, they deteriorate a bit more.
Yeah.
But same sort of theory.
It's like Anthony's loving his new cue.
What was that one? Sorry.
So Anthony's liking his new cue.
He snapped his cue like a week ago and had to get a new one.
Oh wow.
Got a new one on Thursday. Oh, sorry, Friday I think it was. He walked in with it. So, if another opportunity comes along, will there be a visit to Morocco next year for world titles?
Not from
Should
me.
a medal come your way again?
I'm not at nationals this year.
No?
No, so I'm taking this year off of nationals. It was too much travel. Like, you know, Perth was a couple of weeks, and then Worlds was another few weeks. I've also had some of the hayball stuff where I've travelled for it, and then now travelling for this one as well. So I wouldn't mind playing 1 or 2 money matches over the next few months, but I might do it locally and test out some of the boys in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So maybe a Rob Bowen, or Gus and Giorgio or someone like
the
that.
roommate.
You know?
The roommate.
Yeah, I might go down that path. I've got some improvement to make as well. I feel like before I go travelling to put myself out there again, I'd like to improve on a few things first, so I can at least. You can't manage what you don't measure, so to speak. So I'll go home and measure and manage and go again after that, I think. So next year's nationals, though, I'm very keen for. So, but
On the Goldie.
Yeah,
on Gold
I'll be
Coast.
very excited
Back
for
here,
that one.
yep.
Yeah, but the hardest part of nationals for us being in Victoria is making the Victorian team.
Yeah.
You got to make that side before you can get there, and that's no easy feat in itself. So
I must admit, back when, obviously, being from Melbourne and Victoria myself, back when I was going through the whole trials and state trials, there was 200, 300 entries,
yeah,
and it would take 6 weekends to find a team.
it was a long grinding process.
Now there's only probably 80 to 100 entries, if that.
Yeah, but you still get a lot of top end. You still get a lot of top end talent there. Like still playing. You know, it's in your top 20. You got Robbo, Scary, Gus. You know, Rob Bowen, Scotty Parker, myself, Jack Green, Sean Dempsey. You know, Steve Jamison. Like you've still got a lot of guys to get through to even qualify, and you only need one bad day in that top 20, and then it's over. So,
and I think that they do say that South Australia and Victoria have probably got the 2 hardest teams to make because of the weight of
I would say maybe
value
these
of plays,
days,
but the extent of how long you've got to keep the level of form
you've gotta
going
hold it on for.
It's not just a 1 weekend job. It's something which you've got to do and sustain it over a progress period.
That's
like
the hardest
2 months,
part.
2-3 months. So yeah.
I would think that Western Australia would be quite difficult to make as well. If they've got all their guys playing, then that would be a tough team to crack, I think, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. New South Wales now also finally got their venue up and going, so they can start. This year and last year they hosted their state trials, had a really good turnout. So they got their venue Club 9, so they've got
Looks
a
good
good
too,
opportunity.
from what I'm seeing. The photos and stuff look awesome.
Ladies big guns going this weekend at the venue, and the reports is it's been fantastic. So it's so New South Wales are going to start hopefully put together, find some local talent to bring through into English pool. Trey, good to see you. Yeah, I think you touched on exactly what we're trying to say. Just having to sustain form over a prolonged period, it's definitely does, as you say, brings the cream to the top.
As correct as Trey is about that, it's still a pain in the arse.
Especially when you live in Geelong and
you
got to drive into Melbourne.
It's relentless. You just next frame and it's like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again.
Any plans on giving the kids to the in-laws and bringing the lovely Erin out to a couple of comps for a bit of support, or does she just not want to be a part of?
She's not
pool?
really into pool. She'd rather sit on a chair full of nails, I would reckon, than rather sit in a pool hall. Sometimes she'll come along if she knows it's something that I'm pretty interested in, and you know, like I go to quite a few comps for someone who's got 3 kids and a missus and a business to run, so I'm quite lucky in that regard. But for the very most part, I've been doing it for quite a while. Our whole relationship, you know, we've been together for 12 years, and
You've probably been out of the pool
I've been-
scene for the majority of that 12 years, though. To be
Well,
brutally honest.
not
You
really.
were up here. You were up here, and then Canberra.
Yeah,
up
but I
here,
played pool in
down.
Canberra and I played pool in Noosa as well.
Yeah, but you weren't sort of doing the. You sort of stepped away from the national scene, or
From
the travelling.
nationals, yeah. From
the travelling
nationals, I
scene.
stepped away. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So,
true.
so doing the travelling sort of side of things, you were still a father and a
yeah,
partner.
exactly. Yeah,
Because you're only
she's
playing
always
a
been
couple of
really
nights.
accepting of me playing pool, but she's never really felt the need to come and watch it or anything like that. And I don't really. It doesn't affect me having her there or not.
Yep.
So if if she thinks it's important enough that she wants to show face for it, then I'm all for it. I wouldn't say stay home.
Yep.
But yeah, pool's not really her thing, and I don't discredit her for that. That's fine.
She just likes Tyler's.
Yeah, good on me knees, mate. I've got a strong back. Paddy Farrell, Jack was looking much healthier last night after pockets on the piss with me. Mate, was that the night that I split my pants open on the dance floor and had a spare set in the car? Let me know, because you're right, I was pretty rough that night.
Was that one of the DJ Havana nights or something?
Yeah, it was after one of the pockets events, and I was dancing. When I've had a few sherbets and the music's going alright, I go back to my old Raven days and start shuffling like I'm 15 again.
My ankles can't support me walking, let alone dancing.
I feel it for a week, mate. My body aches.
Nessie's back's crooked from carrying Reedy. So, take me through something that you would focus on prepping for a match host. You've obviously said that you've sort of taken into consideration your opponent for this match because you know that Macklin likes to play some safety. Yeah, we did, Matty, we did. So you obviously practiced some more escapes of snookers. You sort of said you put a little bit of focus on that on the lead up. Is that something you'd normally do for an opponent? Or is it
Not
how does
necessarily.
your preparation go generally?
Okay, so it's not necessarily specific to Macklin. It's something that I felt like I lacked in for a period of time, so I put some work into it.
Yeah. But it
not
sounds like it's triggered
necessarily-
for this weekend though.
I'm sorry?
It sounded like it triggered, this weekend coming up triggered you into saying
Yeah.
I need to do some work on it.
Yeah,
But
I
not
watched
necessarily
back
for the
our
match,
old,
but
I
just
watched
as
back
a-
our old match. I watched Macklin's last match as well against Keenan, and
Yep.
and seen that there was a few frames there where he played some safeties and he lost those frames. His head sort of dropped a little bit. So I wanted to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
I do practice it anyway, but I did put a little bit extra emphasis on it just in case that was the way that it went down in this match.
Yep.
But in terms of getting ready, for me, I actually stopped playing pool probably a week or two ago, week and a half ago, and just focused on my mind. Like I do
Bit of
Brazilian-
cleansing.
Yeah, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I've started running, which is new to me. I'm not a great runner at all, so
I couldn't think of anything
yeah, I said the same thing. I feel good after it though. It's nice.
else. I could,
Apart from the aches and pains,
Yeah.
the brain feels really good.
I feel like you'd feel accomplished for doing so because you're
Yeah.
challenging yourself.
so
But
just more mentally for me at that point.
Can you watch that shot on Anthony where he played the top spin? I reckon that was when I was telling you it goes forward first and then comes back.
yeah, I was watching it. Yeah.
No, but can you just show me on that screen? Just
It's-
because
It's a bit hard because he was blocking.
you can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because what happens is it goes forward first, but then screws back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's foul.
It's a foul, you reckon? I reckon
so-
it's not a foul. I reckon it sort of goes. You don't.
But in
Sorry,
terms
that was Reedy.
in terms of like preparing and getting ready, I believe like so for me it's like healthy mind and body and I'll play well because my confidence doesn't come from practice. My confidence comes from self-belief.
Yep. Being in a
And
good
for
place.
me, yeah, so if I'm in a good place mentally and things are good at home and things are good at work and things are good, then I'll be good. So that I've put a lot more work into that over the last couple of years, which has helped a lot. In terms of practice and stuff like that, though, when I am on the table, I put together like a small sort of combine for myself to do, like only every 6 months or so, but it's a series of drills. It takes me about 3 hours to do it. But it's all numbered and tallied, so I can go back through it and I can see where I've improved or dropped off the boil over a period of time.
So you're essentially keeping your own data and
Yeah, more or less.
you know,
Yeah,
you sort of got a bit of a graph or
bit of an idea of
Yeah.
where I'm at, and it's not a true reflection of how you play the game though. It's only a reflection of how good your wire ball control might be for that particular drill, or how good your potting is down rails and stuff like that. You know, like you get, say 25 out of 30 shots. I'll just write it down, and I won't do that again for another 6 months. I'll do that drill, but I won't go through and do the whole lot. You know. That all just came about because I got a cousin of mine who started playing and he was interested to learn, and I sort of put it together for him, but to run him through it, I had to do it as well.
You get halfway through,
I got
like,
sucked
why
in,
am I doing this?
I thought, oh
And then
my
you've
God.
realised, hang on, this is actually improving my game. So.
Yeah, then I thought, well, you know what, if it's good enough for him, then, if I'm going to put that much effort into it, then take your own advice as well. So,
Well, I know that Jake was he was big around the idea of 5-5-5, so 5 hours a day,
yeah, 5 days
nights
a week for 5 years. Yeah.
So that was his mentality. And
that would get you
it's something
to-
you've got to stick to as well.
Yeah. And depending on natural abilities too, everyone's different. I feel like, oh, what a shot. What a shot.
Oh no.
Oh, he's been a bit unlucky there, I
He's
think.
gone off in the holster here as Jack, I think. A little bit of a gap.
there.
I think it just passes the yellow. You've probably got a little bit of a better view there.
Oh, he's not playing it to there. It looks like he's coming down to the corner.
It just needs it to be out in the open and not on the top rail.
Yeah. Still a bit of work to do here. These aren't as easy as they seem.
I mean, he's got a bit of a shot to nothing. You can take this yellow on the top, down by the balk. You can take the yellow on, and he pots it. If he doesn't, I don't think there's going to be too much harm with where the red is. So, Victorian boy, who's the upcoming talent in Victoria? Who's someone who's surprised you sort of in the last sort of couple of years that the rest of Australia need to watch out for?
The rest of Australia need to watch out for.
I believe someone like a Jack Green has sort of has always had it, but he's sort of really progressed more.
Well,
anyone else that we should
Greenie and I actually practice a fair bit together. He'd probably be one of me main sparring partners, I guess.
Yep.
He lives in Geelong as well, so I play most of my pool with him and maybe Roy Tan.
Yep.
Lives out in Ocean Grove as well. So I would say that, yeah, probably Jack Green, but I would also say Joseph as well.
Joseph Evans?
Yeah, he's come a long way the last sort of 12 months. He had a good showing at the Slate comp as well, the $1,000 entry. He made the last 8 there, and he was beating Jake McCartney, quite comfortably at the start of the match there, and then Jake just turned on the afterburners. But it looked to me more like Joseph got a bit tired and Jake capitalised on it. But that's just an experience thing. But he puts himself out there and he's gaining that experience. So I think if he sticks at it in a couple of years, I can see him doing some good stuff with it.
Yeah.
And then your obvious ones like, your Sean Dempsey, but he's already winning state stuff and things like that. It's not really an up-and-comer anymore.
He's won an Open
established.
Victorian State Singles title.
Yeah.
And he did that at 19, 20?
Yeah, he's only a young fella, but he's... I don't think blokes have been winning state singles like that. Maybe Matty Kerwood, did he win it? He won a state Open, I'm pretty sure, a state singles. And, apart from that, you got...
Twiggy?
Jake used to win them quite young, but apart from those few guys, like not many guys have been winning them young now. Like, most of the guys winning them are in their 30s these days. 30s and 40s almost.
Yep.
So it is good to see some young blokes coming through that scare you a little bit, and you go, "Ooh, you gotta be on the ball against them," which is good. Him and Greeny, like, you think you're safe, and he just comes up with something ridiculous, and you go, "Oh, surely that can't keep happening," but it does. You know, you go, "Why don't I see this stuff?" You know.
Maybe from his sparring partner.
Probably.
Anyone who's watching, if you've got any questions for Jack, feel free to pop them in. I'm sure he'll
Or Jay.
happily.
You can ask Jay.
They ask me way too. Well, they've asked me plenty of questions over the time. They're probably sick of hearing from me. They like
nice.
speaking to the new people on who they don't get to speak to a lot. So, got any questions for Jack? Make sure you pop them in. It's got
happy to answer pretty much anything.
Got a stall just next to the bar here at Snooker World. He's signed some autographs, so if you want to come in and get your cue case or a shirt signed, or a poster, we can get some photos taken and get him to sign it. Now, we thank you for coming up, Jack, and
That's no dramas.
it's good to see you. Don't get to see you too much, but someone I've always got along with, and we've always had a good time when we've spent some time together, which has been good. I think we've shared some similar struggles. I think is probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
So it's been easy to
Trauma bond.
Yeah,
as they
it is.
call it,
Yeah, it's easy, it's sort of easy to connect with people like that. So
This one might be for you, mate. Tell me more about Tyler Walker, the new up and coming. I don't actually know any of these guys. I'm sorry.
yeah, look, Tyler's new to me as well. The only one that I don't know too much about Marty. Obviously, Marty's sort of come a lot more in the pool scene in the last couple of years by you see him a lot more on social media trying to run some events, and he's starting to put himself out there on social media playing pool himself. So probably know a little bit about Marty, but for Tyler, unfortunately, I don't have much information on Tyler. I don't want to sit there and give information I don't know. So what I'm seeing now
Where's he
in front of
from?
me.
Do we know where he's from? Daniel, maybe you could, if you give us a little bit of a rundown in the chat, we'd be happy to read it and try and elaborate on it.
Oh, what a bad shot there. He's got looks like he was in the car park there taking that on. He's managed to pot and just keep the cue ball up. Oh wow. Kiss the yellow and go, oh, if it kisses the other side of the yellow, can you imagine?
Mate, that just flew
Tyler's
in,
from
didn't it?
Kilcoy, okay, so out
okay.
with Dan Dixon way as well, so
Kilroy.
Kilcoy.
Kilroy
Oh,
or
Kilroy?
Kilcoy?
Kilroy. Tyler's from Kilcoy, Kilroy. Yeah, Kilcoy, yeah.
Kilcoy, yeah. Good motocross track at Kilcoy, actually. I used to race there back in the day.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with pool at all, but it's made me think of it.
So yeah, sort of North Brizzy area. So
He's got a system on the brake here, he lines up. I
Yeah.
like that.
I was sort of taught.
I like a system.
Yeah, I was sort of taught a break of constantly getting sort of the second ball, whether it be the yellow or the red, the second ball in the triangle into the centre, and it was lining up the ball sort of where the string is, where the balk line is, picking the quarter. So you pick the centre spot on the balk, and then you measure halfway between the cushion and the centre spot, and then you actually aim for. If you look at the triangle and you go back to where the rack is, you're aiming for where in the fourth row, where the yellow is touching the red at the back of the pack, or where the red is touching the yellow at the back of the pack.
Yeah, so
opposite
ball
side.
to the I do the same thing. My brake I've got a few variations on it that I like to try and do if I'm not getting a good result, and I've got a few change-ups. But front ball head on, in line with either one of the balls behind the black ball. Those two behind the black ball. Full ball into those as if you're playing a jackie.
Yep.
Yeah, and then play through the pack is something that I would say more to people. Don't play at it, play through it. You want as much weight of the white ball going through it as possible. So that's what encourages them to open, obviously. So
I find a lot of people. Going back to Daniel. So he's been smashing through the grades from RT. Oh, look, hopefully we start. I haven't recognised him, so hopefully he's been someone who's been playing some CVC or Q Cup or something like that. So hopefully I do get to see him a little bit more. Obviously, I'm going to have the chance to see him a bit more than what you will. Hopefully I do see him, but I'll keep an eye out for him, Daniel. So thank you for that. Going back to the break, it's something that whenever anyone asks me about brakes and getting better at braking, I think that a lot of the guys who struggle with brakes or are trying to learn to brake watch the top guys brake with a lot of power and a lot of body movement, but they've all got the same idea that at the end of the day, you're just trying to get your arm through.
yeah,
If you're too low and over the ball, you can't get your arm through. You're sort of restricted to your arm getting sort of to the side of your body.
So I move more to a side-on stance for my brake.
Correct. Yep.
For that
I'm the
reason,
same.
so
Yep.
I can get my body out the way. I don't have to
Yep.
carry on too much about it.
Yep.
And I do move around a fair bit on my brake, I believe. Like I don't know what it looks like to the outside world, but I do believe that I move around a bit on it.
You do jump up a lot.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
But I also feel like I have a lot of control over it in terms of
It's a
I'm
repetition
really
thing.
focused on where I'm hitting the white ball and where I'm hitting the front of the pack a lot of the time, because I do have a tendency for the white ball to fly up,
Yep.
especially on the Supremes. So I either have to slow it down to not have that problem, or I need to make sure I'm hitting the front of the ball head on, so it can only go up and down. It can't go sideways.
I have to admit, like, I'm watching you brake yesterday last night when I was refereeing, and watching that ball leap up. That is exactly what I was doing with my brakes.
Yeah.
When I knew I was braking well, the cue ball was leaping up
jump
like
straight
that,
up,
and it
yeah.
was going up, and it would land back on the pack essentially if the balls were there.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you're talking about, but since changing to sort of the phenolic tip, the plastic tip, I've completely eliminated the jumping out of the game. Sorry, we're on one screen. I'm looking at that, thinking we're on two. Sorry, guys.
It's all right, I was
Yeah.
doing it like this.
Yeah, apologies, guys. We're back to two screens. So using that plastic tip, I found that I've sort of reduced having to put power into my brake, and I've got more control. It sounds silly, having a plastic tip and having more control.
I go the other way with it. So I only use a medium tip on my playing cue, and I brake with my playing cue as well.
Yep,
Like,
I
I use
noticed
a Century G2.
Yep.
I've got a spare cue in my case. And it's a braking cue, a firing line. So shout out to Dave from Firing Line. I do have it there, but I very rarely use it. If I'm honest, it's not that it's a bad cue at all. It's just I believe in familiarity with your equipment, and you break one shot in every 14 visits. If you do an alternative brake.
Yep.
You know, you're only playing one visit with your brake cue, versus if you clear 2 racks, you got 14, 15 visits with your playing cue. So I just don't like the feeling of another cue in my hands every now and then. It just throws me off. So I just tend to use my playing cue. But
That's fair enough.
yeah, that's my reasoning for it.
I think, going back to what I was saying before about the braking, I think the key in our sport is tip speed when it comes to braking, not power. I see a lot of people trying to get power, and I think that our balls, the 1/7/8 size balls, 109 grams or 107 grams or whatever they are. You can put so much power in them as what you want, but because the ball's being so much smaller, there's so much more margin of error. and power doesn't really seem to be the difference. I find if you
No, it's
get
timing.
the tip, if you get the tip exactly,
It's
if you
just
get
all
the tip
timing.
speed, if you get the tip speed through, and that is the release of the wrists in motion with your elbow, and that release through, you'll get the timing, you'll get the speed, and
Well,
that's
I've never
that's
thought of it
pace.
like that. For me, it's
It's come from a cricket background.
yeah. Well,
for me.
so similar, right? It's acceleration through the ball. It's not. See, if your tip speed, for example, if your cue is moving at, let's just say 50 kilometres an hour as an example, and it stays at 50 kilometres an hour from start all the way through the ball, then that's that. But if the cue is at 50 as it hits the ball, but it starts at 0 and it's accelerating to 70,
Yeah.
then you
Like a
get
golf
more
swing.
power that way because you're accelerating through the ball. You're not hitting it at that speed. You're hitting through it at a higher
Yep.
rate of pace, if it makes sense. So it's like a progressive motion, not you don't want all the power at the start of your swing. You want it to be there at the point of contact with the white ball. If you get it all correct, then it'll give you a bigger smash. But
No, but that's you know,
but
Shane
timing
McCulloch
is
is
the,
saying
timing
that.
is
Hi,
the
Shane,
key
how are you, mate?
because
it is.
not everyone's blessed with the ability and strength to really crunch it, but you don't need to. Like some of the best breakers, I believe, in the country are smaller blokes, and they've had to time their breaks, and you develop power with good technique anyway. I don't believe you need to be huge to do it that way, but
Well, you're a golfer. You enjoy playing a bit of golf.
yeah.
And I think you can replicate the idea and the mechanics around a golf swing as you can with a full swing. Because as soon as you
don't
get
want to decelerate.
to the top of your swing, you're not. And as soon as you come through, you're not creating 50 kilometres an hour of pace at the top of your swing when you start coming through.
No, it just
You're probably
starts
getting
slow.
about 30, and then as soon as you start using your wrist and let the wrist come through,
Yeah.
that's where that actual acceleration comes
Yeah,
through.
yeah, and it's
Which is
accelerating
It's
through
the same
the
as
ball.
this,
So,
which is the same with pull.
It's interesting.
Yep.
I actually had a bit of a lesson on the break shot from Mick Hill.
Yep.
It was about 2015, I think. A long time ago, but probably more. This is a good one for the viewers, I guess. Take this on board if you want to. Don't if you don't want to. That's fine. But he more or less said you can only really control 3 things on the break, and it's where you put the white ball, it's where you hit the front ball, or where you choose to hit the pack, and it's how you hit the white ball in terms of getting that power through it and putting it into the pack where you want to put it into the pack. If you dump the white in the middle without touching another ball, or you dump the white in the back corner, it's considered a bad break because it's just a poorly executed shot.
Yeah.
And if you were to try and do it on purpose, if you were trying to pot the white ball off the break on purpose, those would be the pockets you'd go to, and you'd probably make it every now and then, So, but that was the only things I've ever really done with the break. Just focus on that. But what I do with my break is I practice it like I would a shot.
Yep,
Like
I'm
I
the
would
same.
like I would a drill.
Yep.
I don't and same as black balls. I actually used to have a rack of black balls for the same reason. So you get one break and one black ball per frame. If you win the frame, that's all you get.
Yep.
But then you got 7 shots on a colour, red or yellow. So you get your eyes, I believe, get so used to subconsciously seeing the yellows and the reds go in. But then, if you don't see a black ball, your opponent wins a couple of frames or something like that. You might only be looking at it once every 3rd frame. You might miss it, and then you'd only, you know what I mean. So.
Just familiarising.
I just think
yourself with it.
familiarising yourself with it is the best thing you can do. So, and same with the break, like rack them up 20 times and do it at the start of your session, at the end of your session when your arm's a bit tired as well, so you can get a feeling for both of them.
Even when you're a little
and
bit
then-
mentally tired as well.
Exactly right. And get 4 or 5 black balls and play a frame. Just play some frames with black balls. So you just get used to seeing them go in the hole. You get, it's a 7-to-1 ratio at best. So it's worth your brain seeing it happen a lot.
You're sort of barking up my tree. It's something that I've done as well.
Yeah.
I find that if I haven't been potting blacks well, I've been missing some. I'll put 2 of one colour out on the table and the black, and I'll just go in the motion of just
get the
putting the
feeling
last
of
3 balls
finishing.
to finishing frames. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So, yeah.
Visualization's a big thing too, I believe. If you haven't got as much time to practice and things like that, well then when you are sitting on your own and doing not much, visualize yourself doing it. Visualize the motion. Visualize potting that like winning. Visualize the break. Visualize the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's something that I do at cricket as well, and I'll tell
strange,
people as well. No, absolutely
You've
not.
got to believe it to achieve it. It's as simple as that.
But this is going to sound silly as well. It's something that I did as a cricket coach for someone who's believes they're not in form, which at the end of the day it's not that you're not in form. It's just that you're just out of runs essentially. You're just not making runs. It'd be something as simple as I'll just tell them at training, just stay in your pads, stay in your batting pads for half an hour, 45 minutes. Feel
what it's like to have it on for that period of time.
Start feeling tired in your pads. Like still feel that's going on, so you get some familiarity. With the feeling and the sensation, so it goes back to exactly what you're saying.
Another one that I like is if you have a table at home and you don't actually have time at all to practice, but you're on your way out the door, grab a rack of balls out, just stand there, pick them up, put them in the pocket, and just listen to them falling down the chute. Listen to them going in the hole, and it sounds like absolutely nothing, I'm telling you, but subconsciously your brain hears 15 balls going in the hole in a row, and it's not a new sound when you end up doing it. When you're at the table and you're potting the balls, you're not surprising yourself as much. You go, oh yeah, this is just another 15 down the hole, and that's like just the mental side of things, like the visualization with tricking your mind a little bit into achieving it.
No, exactly right. BJ's really got to find a way of stringing about at least 3 frames together here. To be fair, both players are breaking down with 2 or 3 balls left on the table each time, so it's not like there hasn't been opportunities.
There's opportunities. I think once he gets that first one on the board, it'll give him some confidence, and he might flow through it a bit more.
Correct. You guys who are listening in, if you've got any sort of unique training methods or aids which you use to help, we're interested to hear them. Lenny, how are you, mate?
Lenny, how are you, mate?
We're interested to hear and learn about them, so drop them in. You never know, could help someone else.
Another good one I love is just billiards. I like billiards. I love playing billiards on the big table. Just helps with like your whiteboard knowledge. It helps learning to play with side at softer pace and things like that.
Natural angles.
Yeah, natural angles. But what I've also started doing is just playing billiards on the small table as well. Just get a red and yellow out in the white ball, and just hit the white ball around and trying to cannon and making off. So you got to know where the pockets are. So.
Again, go back to sort of the guys who are starting out, sort of your lower level guys, lower level players. They think an in-off's there, so they try and avoid it by putting backspin or playing something else, and they end up going in off because they're just not understanding the natural angle to begin with. So
it's a good shot there. He's played a good shot. I like that. A little bit of restraint. If it goes in, he's got a good shot to go out, and it's a good shot to nothing.
Correct.
He could have easily come down. He could have easily come down the bottom of the table there and thrown a caution to the wind. But I think he's played it the right way. Snooker, lovely. This is a tough one here. He might have a single rail. I can't tell whether he's got a single rail escape here or not. I think he does. Yeah, he does. So these can go in.
Oh. Reddy's on a break. He's done all right as the read. He almost threw a ball on the table.
It was close. I dropped it right between all of them.
Like he didn't catch the cushion.
No, Dale. This has been their first break. I said they can have 25 minutes.
No, they cannot.
I think I know who needs the 25 minutes, and it's not the players.
They cannot.
The breaks are an interesting part of the format too. I found that different last night. What a pot! Initially I was on a roll, and I'm like, why are we stopping at 8 frames? And then he got back to 12 each, and I thank God we're stopping at another 8 frames. I was like, I didn't want to break it all, and then when he got back to me, I was like, I need the break. I got to take the break. This couldn't come soon enough.
I think it's important. And the fact that we just don't make up breaks when we want them. It's sort of set at 8 frames.
You know what you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Okay, so BJ's got a good chance here.
Yeah, he's just got to knock these in.
Yeah.
Yellow on the left corner is just not sitting in the pocket properly, so he's going to make sure he
It's good.
lands high, but he's got himself in a good position here.
Yeah. These are do or die, I believe.
You've just got to make these.
These ones have to be made, yeah.
These are the ones we were talking about, just throwing a couple of balls on the table in the black and just popping them out just to get the feel of it. And the fact that he hasn't had that opportunity.
He's in a good spot here. I think he nails this. Gets himself on the board.
The fact that it's been 7 frames where he hasn't had this opportunity really.
Yeah.
This is a tough shot.
Yes,
But DJ's on the board.
It's on the board. Yeah, beauty. It'll be interesting to see if that changes anything in the match. You know, if there's any kind of
Momentum
shift.
shift.
You know what I mean? Like that's the last frame of the set too, being the 8th frame. So, you know, he's got a good chance to reset himself now as well.
Yep.
And that's something for BJ to think about too while he's gone for a toilet break. Oh, sorry, something for Anthony to think about while he's gone for a toilet break. That BJ is, you know, he's potting some balls. He is going to get on the board and he's going to do some stuff. So.
Yeah. Correct.
Those first, I believe, 3 or 4 frames, there's 3 frames after the break, once you've gone and had your rest and you come back, I think they're really important to just double down on and sets the tone for the next set.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. No, well
It's
said.
almost like 3 races to 8 instead of 1 big race to 24, if that makes sense.
Well, they're little sessions, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if you can break it down in each session and win each session, even if it is 5-3, it accumulates. You know.
Correct. I mean, you win the first session 5-3, you only have to draw from then on, don't you?
Well, that's right. Yeah. But it just, you know, it's the small wins.
Yeah.
From little things, big things grow.
Correct. Oh. What would be a match between 2 players you would love to see? 2 Australian players.
2
that you would
Aussie
love
guys.
to see? Or if you can't pick 2 players, which 4 people would you like to put in a hat to see who would draw each other? If you had to pick semi-finalists.
Can it be the current players as they're playing now, or
No, current.
like a
current
fantasy type thing?
Well, let's do a. We can do a current and past, but we'll do a current right now, and then we'll go to a current and past.
All right. Kind of think we've I think we've been really lucky, to be honest. The last few years, we've got all the matches that we need to see. With like the slate tournaments, the money matches going on, and everything like that. Like we see, you see Jake versus Justin. You see, Robbo and Scary or Robbo and Rusty. Like you kind of get all those matches. I don't think there's much to be left out, to be honest.
Let's put it like a match like you had last night, a race to 21.
Yeah.
Rather than the 6s and 7s and 8s that are generally in those comps.
Yeah, right. Long format.
100k on the line. 4 players.
4 players.
4 players. Pick semi-finals that you'd like to see.
I'd like to see Robbo and Dalla.
Yep.
I reckon that would be a pretty sick match to watch.
A ginger off.
Yeah, the ginger off. It could be sponsored for ginger ale. I think that would be a pretty good matchup, and then I'd like to see maybe just to throw something different in there, maybe a Luke Foster when he's flying.
Yep.
Against maybe a Jake McCartney, something like that. But from the fantasy side of it, players in their prime, I'd love to see Kurt Dunham versus Ben Noonan at his best, but both of them at their best. Like when Kurt's playing his best pool, I think Benny was kind of on the back end of his best pool. I don't think I've ever seen those two play each other. I'm sure they have, but in a race of 21, I think that'd be a really cool match to see. So, I mean, that's obviously some bias there because I'm from Victoria, but well, not really actually. I said, I got Jimmy Dalla and Lukey Foss in there. So,
I mean, I suppose you're probably sitting there being a bit biased, but a big contingent of some of the best players that Australia have produced have sort of come from the southern states. So
yeah, that's true. But that's what I think. Just for pure excitement, I think those matches would be something to tune into. There's got good contrast with them.
We need one more fantasy. One more fantasy match.
One more fantasy.
Geller and Jake, was that? I think that might have been at one of Jamie Stevens' money matches at Rackham Up.
Jake went to South Australia a while ago and played him, I'm pretty sure.
Was that a return leg? Or was it in Adelaide? Was that at Chalkers, was it? Not at Chalkers, at Empire.
Of all these
One
years, after all these years of travelling and playing pool, did you know I've never been to South Australia except for Berry once?
If you haven't gone to a Berry, you haven't gone on you haven't had a tournament.
Yeah.
Berry was an experience.
Yeah, it was always good.
Yeah.
On the houseboat with Steve Chan.
That
Wee Bear and the boys, mate. It was a good time to be alive.
You've never properly done a Berry if you haven't done it in the houseboat at least once.
Yeah. But all right, so
one more fantasy.
I got one more fantasy.
Yeah, I want to put one out there. You've already said Ben Noonan.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen Quinton Hahn and Ben Noonan in his prime against each other. Quinton Hahn obviously is won a world singles title.
Yeah. Can I offer? That would just be an all-out attack fest. Can I offer up a Joel Younger, Quinton Hahn?
Okay.
At their best.
Yep.
I believe because Joel's best pool, I believe, competes. So.
Well, they're both similar
both
when it comes
players,
to
both similar age.
Yep.
You know, like.
Yep.
That would be pretty sick to see.
Similar disciplines, yeah. It's a great shot. 30-odd Masters in a race of 21. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was
not bad. I think we had that
I
last night.
vaguely remember it, and it was fucking sickening.
I think we had that last night with
VJ's
VJ. They were 10 frames ahead at one point.
I was sitting
there. Crazy.
There
I'm just watching rack after rack after rack just disappearing.
Oh, Robbo and Neil, brother versus brother. That'd be a good one.
I think I think Scary's had a few of those at his place. Well, at least they've had some doubles matches, but I don't think there's been any big card matches like
I
that.
can elaborate on the Robbo versus Neil if that helps anyone. I actually spoke with Robbo about this, who would win in 8-ball. I mean, snooker obviously Neil, but with the 8-ball, the way that Robbo described it would be for the first 2 weeks, Robbo's likely, I mean, they're both Robbos, but Mark's likely to get the result probably for the first couple of weeks, but Neil's got a good 8-ball brain still, so
I've seen him play.
it would be once Neil got used to the balls, the conditions, and put some time into the table and just got used to the rules and the tactics around it. Robbo believes that Neil would just cream him. Not cream him, but
yeah,
you know, like he'd get the result most of the time.
Both elite positional players.
Yeah, but I think the difference there is like just the potting of Neil is just going to be relentless.
Yeah.
I believe like it's.
I think we've seen that with like a Steve Misford and a James
yeah,
Misford.
they just don't. They don't get flustered after running. You know, like you see some pool players, they can run a few racks, 2 or 3 racks, but then after that, it's a big deal to run another one. Whereas to them, it's not even a century break yet. You know, it's just another rack. It's not a big deal.
One thing I've noticed with snooker
And the
players,
accuracy of their potting is just
being able to use the
elite.
pocket.
Yeah,
I've
they're
noticed
not-
that they can
yeah.
use a lot of the pocket.
exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
One thing I think that I've sort of noticed when it comes from snooker players to playing pool is the fact that you've got your own set of balls. You're not going for the same ball.
Yeah.
So a lot of the snookers that are being played, you know, you're able to hide and defend behind a wall, which is essentially not an opportunity for the opponent to go for.
Yeah.
So you've got to find safeties behind colours to get it for the reds.
Yeah, you've really only
essentially.
got 5 snookering balls on the snooker table. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in
Fast
this,
break.
you've got a whole set of balls you can work behind. So that's another sort of adaptation that a snooker player has to bring into their game, especially. But you know, as you said, the way that Robbo mentioned it, having to adjust, taking a couple of weeks to adjust, it would be. Look, I believe Robbo's spot on there.
In saying that,
I
though,
think
also
he's probably
Robbo,
gonna be a little bit longer.
I actually believe Mark sells himself short a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes publicly, I don't believe he. I don't know. I think behind closed doors, he's obviously got that self-belief because you have to have that to win.
You have to know how to win. Yeah.
Yeah. But I believe he sells himself short as well, a little bit. Like he's far more competitive and you know, much better than he will let on than himself to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because his understanding of the game is very, very deep, I believe. Like he's got good knowledge and
He's a nerd of pool, isn't he?
he's a nerd, yeah. You can have a half an hour conversation about one shot,
Yeah.
you know, and how to play it 3 different ways and why you'd play it that way and what the result of that is 5 shots down the track, you know.
Yeah.
And then why those shots are important and why they're not important. And, you know, he and I got stuck into it a couple of times. He commentated on our Premier League match last week. He came up to me afterwards and said, "What were you thinking here? Was the shot on?" And I was like, "I don't think it was, to be honest, but I kind of ran out of time and I didn't give myself the opportunity to look at another one." And he goes, "Because we could have a conversation about this for about 2 hours, I reckon." So you're probably right.
But he's a big believer. There's not only one way to skin a cat.
That's right. Yeah.
The one way isn't the right way, and he's happy to see the alternative ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a similar saying for it. It's not my saying. I didn't make it up. No hate, but you can shear a sheep 1,000 times, but you'll skin it only once. So for me, it's more like you've got 1,000 ways to win the frame, but you'll only fuck it up once, and then you've sold the farm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, finding the ways to win is what it's about. So.
Interesting discussion. So,
BJ's on a bit of an out ease on yellows position.
if that knocks in, it's a good result. Yeah, he's got a bit of pot control, but I think considering the reds are like sharks just around it, I think might be a turnover just there. Live. We are live. That is live.
Yeah.
This is like live.
Saw.
No, that's the last. It is there. That's the last one.
Yep. How many viewers we got, mate?
Let's see. I'll have that information here. How many viewers we're running? 78.
78.
78 viewers. Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to get involved in the chat and discussion. We obviously haven't been sort of commentating the matches too much, but I think it's sometimes when you've got someone like Jack on, it's hard not to just pick his brain. And I mean, you can commentate Paul as much as you want, but learning about someone and
Yeah. Looks like
is interesting.
Anthony's going caution to the wind now. His tail's up and about. He's got that first throw back. It's like he's flying out there. He's got his confidence.
He just needs to loss of turn here. Anthony can just he can take the pocket, or he can chip off the red, bring it out in the open a little bit, and knock the yellow in and leave him snooking on the yellows.
Yeah.
Which he's going to do. Oh, he just didn't get the pot. It's unlucky. It's a great shot though.
Good effort.
It's forcing BJ to obviously
Yeah, it's a
pot, but all the yellows are in the open, so he's just got to get to halfway down the table really and not going off. Needs a bit of a bounce, doesn't need too much of an angle. That's all right, he's got the pot.
Not much going for him at the moment.
Nah. And when not much is going for you, you can sort of...
Through lack of effort though, he's having a good crack.
Yeah.
Good
Good little
shot.
safety.
Yeah, I like that.
I think he's left him on the rail on the left though.
Okay.
I think you can see the rail on the left, maybe.
Tell.
I don't think it's definitely not potable. We're right
Still
behind.
gotta get the wild ball back in and out though.
We're right
And it's
behind the
going
red and
away
the
from
blacks in
his
this
work,
corner.
so-
Yeah.
Bit of work to do. I don't like this. I don't like queuing down on it unless he has to swerve.
Yeah, he's just on a bit of swerve. Got a good black. Got a bit of a result there. Black's probably not potable in the corner now.
So no need to rush here now. Now's the time to just, you can move some balls around, play some safeties, get that black ball freed up. Unless you've got a solid way of opening it up, that's a good shot.
I think he needs to get a yellow down this bottom end of the table. I think that's pretty
That would
important.
be ideal. Or
Not necessarily in the corner, like just down this end.
yeah.
Yep. Oh. Bodie here from Snooker World. We're going to see you on one of these soon, mate. That's a goal. Mate, if I can get on there, mate, you're much better than me. So sure, Reddy will get your gig. Another year? Ah, stop. Mate, you're teetering on A grade, and you're.
Always open that black up.
Yes. I think I'd be just dropping this yellow in the pocket. Oh no, you can't because the
Yeah, no, he's alrighty.
yellow's too far over.
It's
You
alright. I don't mind this. I think he's fine. There's just a little bit of touch. I mean, that touch is hard when you're under pressure.
He's got to take this in the centre. He's got to, but he can't let the cue ball
I'm
go to.
left-handed. That's why it looks easy to me. That's an easy shot for me. I'm left-handed. I'm on the wrong side of the cue.
This is a tough shot.
You
This is
got
a
no
tough shot.
idea,
Cue
guys.
ball.
If anyone in the chat can help me find a left-handed cue, I just can't seem to find them.
Oh, great shot.
Good hit.
Great shot. Great shot. I was worried that he was going to lose the cue ball there, but no, I think you just stand on the wrong side of the queue. That's your problem.
Yeah, a little bit.
But mind you, I stand on the opposite side to you, and it goes no good for me. So maybe I need to swap sides.
Well, technically,
You
it's
used
a
to be
bit something
right-handed,
odd.
didn't you?
Yeah, I'm actually
was gonna say, I
right-handed.
thought you
I'm
were.
actually
Yeah.
right-handed. So I broke my arm, and I went to left-handed so I could play at my local pool comp at Meredith.
Yep.
And like $5 entry, winner takes all when I was, 12 or 13. And I switched over to left-handed and I won the comp, and I thought, I'll just stick to this. So,
I was going to say, I remember that story. I remember saying you were right-handed.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, but
Hey, shall we?
Here we go, mate. Good, how are you? Thanks, mate. Oh, cool. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, nice. Thanks. There's some good feedback about the comms, so that's good.
I told you it's not that bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I was actually right-handed, so I knock in my highest break right-handed on the snooker table is about 68, and my highest break left-handed is about 124 or something like that. So
Any
I can
chance
do
you go back
both.
to a right hand? You can play right.
I've actually considered going back to right-handed permanently because my left elbow's dodgy. I've actually got a plastic elbow,
Yep.
so that's
yep.
what that scar there is.
Motorbike?
No, I was just being a wanker.
Tyler arm?
Yeah, that and like trowel arm and whatnot. But like it actually hurts now every day. I only have 80% movement in it, and I can't get it straight. So that's. I know that
Got the old Adam Lilly.
I know that people at home can't see this, but my left arm I can't put straight, and I can't touch my left shoulder with it. I'm about 3 inches away from my left shoulder, so I've actually I've wondered whether it's a hindrance or not having that movement, or whether it's beneficial. I don't think I would know unless I don't think I would know whether it's beneficial or not unless I put the time into my right hand again and found out whether I could be better with it or not.
Yeah.
So that could be something that I put some effort into. We'll see, but I can play virtually the same shots anyway. It doesn't really slot much or anything like that. It just I just think maybe, I don't know, put 10 years in with the other hand, will I be better than I am now? Who knows?
I'm right-handed. I play pool right-handed. I do everything right. That's definitely not a star, mate. I do everything right-handed except basketball. I shoot basketball left-handed. I dribble left-handed.
Well, there you go.
That's I can see from here it's not a stalemate. Wow, that's tough, mate. I can see from here it's not a stalemate.
Yeah, there's a clear path.
In this situation, what's the wing there? No, not this. Okay, say that shot there, the black didn't drop, but the red come across, so there was no path, right? So foul to Ant. If Ant then fouls, and old mate.
You can just pot it.
No, but if let's say the red come out to cover it,
Yeah.
and that 8 stayed there.
Yeah. Oh, you
And
mean
then
as in a
Anthony
stalemate
has a shot.
situation?
Yeah, so it looks like a stalemate, but it's not a shot, so he's got to hit the red. Let's say Ant misses the red.
Yeah.
So
Ball
old
in
mate's
hand.
now got ball in hand.
And he pots the black.
Well, he can't because it's a stalemate.
Well, if it's a stalemate beforehand, then you said he misses the red.
Well, Ant can hit his red.
Yeah, I know, but but it's a stalemate before that shot, so he can't play the shot anyway. It's a stalemate. He shouldn't be playing the shot.
No, if the red comes out to cover the black.
No, so if he plays the shot, right, if he comes out of the escape, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's what you're trying to explain. Say he goes across and he's going for the black ball, but he hits the red and double kisses the red over the top of the black ball, and it's the red guy's visit. He's got ball in hand, he chips away, then it would be a stalemate. But it wouldn't be the shot before because it's got a clear path.
Yeah.
But what I mean though is, let's say Ant he's too scared to hit the red.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's going to hit black, and he said he goes for a flying cut, misses it, fouls.
Yeah.
It'd be a stalemate because you can't play the
still
black.
just be a
So
stalemate.
Ant doesn't get penalised for the foul in that
Well,
instance, as long as it was a genuine attempt at a D by the umpire.
well, it'd be up to the umpire to deem it an unfair attempt, really. Yeah, which would be difficult to do in that situation, you know. Good match over on the other table though with Marty and Tyler, 5 each.
Yeah. Sort of, we've got complete opposites at the moment. A bit of
bit going on.
bipolar going on in the one stream. So what did you get up to last night, Jack? Did you celebrate a little bit?
I went and had a couple of beers and a kebab, mate.
Yeah.
That was about it. Yeah. I didn't,
Dream night.
yeah, the kebab was disappointing too. I was really looking forward to it. I thought Gold Coast kebab, it's got to be unreal, but it was $15 and half the size of a normal one. I might as well have just had a toasty.
Has the at what time was this? Would you expect?
We were out until about 4 this morning, 4:30 I think.
So,
but I didn't drink much through my game. I had a lot of catching up to do, so I only had a.
Sure, the shirt was all over this Red Bull, eh?
I
Have a look at that.
can't see.
You can't see it from here.
Not well.
I'm gonna call the foul.
Not from here.
I'm gonna call the foul because I didn't say it straight away, so I can't.
Doesn't look like it. It looks like it was in front of the ball.
Like a shadow,
didn't-
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all good.
Do you believe?
Yeah, I was pretty well behaved last night, mate. I didn't do anything too untoward or anything like that.
Look, I know kebab joints should be serving food at the same quality all the way through, but to me, I would be expecting a 4 p.m. kebab to be better than a 4 a.m. kebab. Not in a rewarding way, but when it comes to taste.
I would think it tastes better due to the poor condition you'd be in at 4 a.m. rather than the quality of the kebab.
I think that's the
you know
reward,
what I mean?
but the rewarding side of
Mate,
things.
I'll eat Macca's at 4 o'clock in the morning, but you won't see me there through the day very often.
The old steam bun.
Yeah. Oh, how good's a steamed bun?
Love the steam bun.
Oh,
The fillet of fish bun.
You've obviously ordered Macca's with me before.
we have had a dinner together.
Yeah. Yeah, if it ain't got a steamed bun, take it back. I'll tell you who's got a strange McDonald's order, actually. He's Ben Hood. He gets a bacon and egg muffin with a steamed bun, not the muffin.
Okay.
And he adds a hash brown to it and a chicken fillet or something to it as well. It's like,
Crikey.
it's something special with Big Mac sauce instead of. Like it's on another level. Like.
Well, look, it works. I'm all for. I'll always put my hash brown in my muffin.
Yeah.
But I'll have the muffin because I like the texture of the muffin.
Okay.
When it comes to a breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do the steam bun with that. But I do know you're a fan of the old steam bun.
Yeah. Can't beat a good steamy, mate.
How long are you away from Geelong for? Because you're Sunny Coast, Canberra.
I left Geelong initially when I was 21, moved to Noosa.
Yep.
Spent about a year and a half in Noosa, went back to Geelong for 6 months, then come back to Noosa again.
Yep.
That time round was, I think it was about 2013 by that stage. So I was there until the end of 2015. Then we're in Canberra for maybe 2 years, then we're back in Geelong for 4 years, back in Canberra for 2 years, and now back in Geelong.
Anything trigger the moves?
Oh, I don't like sitting still.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I was getting itchy feet, mate. My mum
I'm
moved
surprised you
around
said
a lot
you-
growing up, and
Yeah.
it's just
It's just
how I am, yeah. But I'm born and bred in Geelong. My partner's born and bred in Canberra, and we met living in Noosa, and our children were born in Noosa. So it's hard to. None of us really call anywhere home, to be honest with you.
How's Erin with the moving? She just goes, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, no,
Jack wants to go again. I guess we're moving.
No, I think she's pretty settled where we are now, mate. She's put the foot down a couple of times. I've mentioned maybe we don't call anywhere home. We just, because I work for myself doing bathroom renovations, I said, why don't we just book work in all over the country, hook up the caravan and just travel to the work and, do it on the road. I think that'd be fantastic, but she wasn't too keen on the idea. So.
I do have friends who did make the move up this way, and they've been living in their caravan with 3 kids, and it's been tough. But they bought a place.
You're only in the
and
caravan to sleep, I reckon. You're not living like I wouldn't think you'd live in there much.
Oh, no.
Sometimes when it's not your day, it's not your day. Unfortunately.
I don't know. I mean, you've got to have your meals in there. You've got to wake up in the morning and have your breakfast and stuff, and you've got to do.
cook on a barbecue outside anyway. I do it at home. I don't even cook inside very often. So the caravan would be fine for me. No problem. The only thing I would miss though is my smoker. I wouldn't be able to plug that into anything.
Has it got wheels? You can just chuck it on the back?
Yeah, no, but you need the power to run it. It's a pallet-fed smoker.
Pallet,
Judge me all you like, guys. I'm lazy. I'm using the pallet feeder. I don't care.
Set and forget.
Time. Yeah, mate. Set it, forget it, and come back to awesome food.
I feel like you can take the smoker. I mean, you're going to need power for
powered
the caravan.
site, yeah, I guess so, yeah. What have we got here on this other side of the table? Marty's on and out here. He's queuing these soft ones nicely where he doesn't have to do too much. He's
got a very
well.
close,
Yeah, I like
very close bridge to
I like
the ball.
that. Yeah, I like that.
Short.
I like a close
Short
bridge
drawback.
to the ball. I feel like I too have closer than most with my bridge a lot of the time.
I have to admit,
The bigger the table, the closer the bridge for me.
I feel like you and Kurt are probably two of the people with the biggest drawbacks of cues that I've seen. So when you say you like a short bridge, what is he going on about?
The bigger the table, the shorter the bridge.
I'm trying to work out how that works, but okay.
Well, you just don't want to not hit the white ball where you don't want to hit it accidentally. If you're trying to focus on hitting the white ball consistently in a spot, the longer the bridge, the more variation you have to not hit that spot.
Yeah, no, absolutely correct.
So 1 millimetre, so 1 inch movement at the back of your arm with a 12-inch bridge would be, it'll translate to 2 inches on the other end of the cue, where you move your bridge hand half that distance closer and move it 1 inch, and it'd only be a centimetre. So
I'm understanding
more for that. But when I'm confident, I don't have to think about it. Then my bridge will get a little bit longer naturally.
Okay.
But if I'm struggling and I'm really trying to concentrate, then my bridge hand will come up, and I'll focus in on hitting the white ball exactly where I intend to, as often as possible. So I get no surprises that way, and I know what to expect out of my visit.
I must admit, when I'm playing shots where I have to be really, really, really accurately, if I'm trying to knock one down the rail or I'm trying to hit it like just through a gap or something like that, I will shorten my drawback a lot to minimise the variables that you get.
Yeah, I'm a control freak, so it's like not intentionally, by the way. It's not something that I live my life by, but I unintentionally try to control probably too much on the pool table.
Yep.
Something I've tried to learn is to just throw caution to the wind that little bit more, because I have got the ability to get myself out of situations when I do sometimes, but I can definitely fall victim though to playing too safe and going for one too many snookers, and
Oh no, found the pocket again, nearly. Oh.
No, he's always got one.
It's just, I think he's feeling the 7 frame pressure here, and he's just trying to get to the 8 first to try and win, but he's potting himself into some trouble here and leaving a wide open table for Anthony to come back to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Oh, I've got to check one here, hang on. Yeah, look. No, it's the next shot.
He's on yellows. No, he's on the
No,
red
he's on the
side.
red now.
Like, I would have thought red first initially, but that makes it tough.
Nah, doesn't hit the red first.
Didn't?
I don't reckon that's hit the red first.
Yeah.
No, that's a foul. Yeah. How good's technology?
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Unreal. I might have to get a computer one day. I still haven't entered that phase of my life.
Still doing the paper invoices?
No, I got my phone, mate. I run my whole business on my mobile phone.
It's amazing. you know, we were told at school we'll never be able to take our calculator with us. We were going to have to learn to do maths on the piece of paper. Just got a little bit unlucky with where he's left himself here, Anthony.
Oh, I've got one for the chat. I want to see some matches for Queensland versus Queensland. Just, I know you get them a fair bit, but see if we can bring some new players out of the woodwork. Get some guys involved in this that haven't done it before, maybe, or
dob someone in.
Yeah, dob someone in, tag them, maybe challenge some people in the chat. If you feel like you want to call someone out, then give them a gentle nudge. You know, don't be too forceful. But
always looking for people to get on cards. So put your hand up if you want to play. Matty, it's the extension. So if they've used it, it obviously blacks out. So that's what the extension's there for. Just part of the shot clock. So yeah, you've answered your own question there, mate. So yeah, correct. Oh. Josh Hands, Craig Stevens from Bow. We were talking about a...
How do I do a question mark? I wasn't joking. I can see it, but I know
he's using one finger trying to put a question mark on there. He's pressing shift and then pressing question mark. You got to hold the shift.
I wasn't lying when I said I don't have a computer, mate.
That's amazing. We had Jack.
What?
She wants to have a bit of...
You smiling? I'm getting better at this computer, eh?
I love how you press caps to press J and to capitalise the J.
Yeah, I'm not very tech savvy.
So we were talking
so we've got Josh Hands and Craig Stevens. I like that matchup.
About a Trey Chan and a Joe McClintock.
I like that too. I think that's a good matchup. Yeah. I can do my best in Victoria to convince a few guys. I nearly had Jack Green keen to come up, but he hasn't spent much time on the table lately, so just couldn't quite get him there. But
doesn't the family live up here?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. Some of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
His brother.
We used to live with his grandmother.
I'm going to say his brother, Greenie.
Mother.
Yeah.
No, we used to
Michael?
live with his mum.
Yeah.
Mick Green?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mick Green's mother. Yeah, she lived in Robs. Getting along really well. Brent's enjoying himself.
Look at him earning his 50.
He's not getting paid.
Even better. That's magic.
Put a bit of whip in the account. No, you didn't do your job right.
Good hit. That's a good shot from BJ. So at 9-2, at 9-2, your main goal is to keep him off of 10.
Yeah.
Just keep him away from the hill. Anything you've got to do from here to try to get you there, it's just...
Is that red frozen? Tem against VJ.
Oh, that one...
I'm not sure Tem would take that.
You don't think?
If it was in Victoria, I don't think he's going to travel up for a match.
I think he... I don't know. I reckon if you put the money in front of him, he'd probably have a crack at it.
Well, BJ dangled the carrot just then and got a result.
Oh yeah, I think...
Reckon he's...
Well, I believe... As much as I love VJ as well, I think Tem would consider himself a favourite for that match. And I don't think that would be unfair to assume. So I believe that could happen.
He's on fire.
Yeah, when Tem's flying, there's not a lot of guys in the country that can stop him, but I also have the same belief of that for VJ as well.
Yep.
I just think VJ might throw in those 1 or 2 extra mistakes than Tem. And that wouldn't be, and they're both at their best, I think it'd be a very similar pool, but I just think those B grade games that you end up playing every now and then, where you got to throw a safety and you got to throw, you know, you got to generate something, you've got to, you know, find. I think Tem probably edges VJ there in terms of being the favourite, but that'd be a bloody good match to watch.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. It'd be a pot fest, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, hopefully Tem proves me wrong. So, Tem, if you're watching, which I don't know if you are or not.
Yeah, well, if you are, Temmy,
Yeah.
let's tee it up. I'll come up as well. Me versus Jay. Tem and VJ.
Let's get it on. Let's rumble.
Let's get it on.
Let's rumble.
Who's,
I think the last time I played you was that year you went to Berry. I think you knocked me out in the 16. I think.
God, I can't remember that far.
I think I remember it because that was probably one of the first times I actually met you. And then we were at the state trials, trying to get into the top 20.
Yeah. Yeah, back then, making the top 20 felt like a state team.
it was.
There was a state team.
You just wanted to get a shirt.
Yeah.
Make the top 20 to get
We
your
used
shirt.
to get a shirt for the top 40.
Oh, it was top 40, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There you go, let's get another one. There you go, so he's from 7 down, from 7-0 down, he's up 3-2.
Yep.
So just keep doing it, you know, keep him off with 10, like I said, because those frames build up. You get one more, you know, same as I was talking about before about like just accumulating pressure throughout the frames and, you know, your visits.
Yep.
It's the same deal. Scoreboard pressure's huge, but if you just keep pegging one back, you know, it's only one shot at a time. It's not, you know, it might be a big cookie, but you can only start with one mouthful. So,
I don't know. Depends how much you can fit in. How hungry you are. But yeah, you've got to get there in steps, don't you?
looks like I don't think we're going anywhere but down to the wire on the other match. It's looking like these two boys are pretty set and solid and getting some jobs done. So.
Well, apart from Marty, I think Marty won the first two. It's just been
Yeah, it's
like
been pretty
been
tit for tat.
essentially you could say been on serve since.
I've got a fantasy match. Well, it's not even a fantasy. It might even be able to happen. But what about a Dave Marocca versus the big man Brent Reed himself? Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Ah. Who won?
And then go out in the boat.
Many years ago, because Shannon and JJ are the ones that started the streaming in Queensland.
Yeah, I remember because we
And
did
they
the.
used to play in the penthouse. So Brent's actually still king of the penthouse, like king of the cup, king of the whatever it was.
Also,
king of the table or whatever
also
it was.
unbeaten at the penthouse in the $500.
What?
They had the 250 matches, the 500 matches,
Yeah.
and the 1,000 matches.
Yeah.
I'm unbeaten as well in
Yeah.
the 500 matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they
That was a good time. I loved that. That was awesome. Had the showgirls and everything there. And it was sponsored by Showgirls. It was
Yeah,
unreal.
yeah.
I
remember hearing about that.
That was when I learnt to not rack my own balls and just let the racking girls do it. I thought, no, you're doing a good job. I'm not going to
2 gin and tonics, 2 vodkas and a scotch. 5 cougars.
5 cougars, thanks.
Oh, that was 13 years ago or something. That was
Yeah,
like
12, 13 years ago,
13
yeah.
years ago?
We were in 2014.
14 or 13?
2014, Erin was pregnant with the twins.
Yeah, okay.
And she came along to it.
Yes.
So,
Yes, she did.
yeah.
Yes. So, yeah. Back in
No
the
wonder
day.
she doesn't come to any pool comps, Jay. That you talk about it. I took her to the penthouse and it was full of strippers.
They'll let you
They
go.
were topless
They'll let you-
waitresses, weren't they?
Yeah, but they were strippers.
And it was like you
Half
had
of
to
them
pay
ended
them,
up-
You had to pay to enter. So you had
Yeah.
to pay to come to,
Yeah,
to view it.
half
and
of
watch
them,
it.
unless you were playing, and
Unless
then
you were playing,
yeah. But half of them ended up.
I'm amazed I even remember that.
Half of them ended up out on the back deck on the jacuzzi anyway, because one of the nights was that is it wildfire or whatever they call it in Brisbane,
Yep.
and we had the jets flying past the penthouse and everything. It was unreal.
Put on a proper show.
Oh mate, I wonder you should still be able to get it. There'll be videos of it on YouTube. It was streamed.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure they would have.
I have seen some old
Yeah.
footage of it. Yeah.
It'll be somewhere there. Back in the day.
I even remember I played Morgan Evans in that. That's
Yes.
Back when he lived on the sunny coast.
yeah,
Yeah.
me and Morgs. That's going back a bit.
That is going back.
There you go. You're
Gosh,
starting
you
to see
get
some
the memory,
mistakes creeping
the
in.
memory bank going.
Yeah. How good is it? So, like I said, the scoreboard is like starting to push back a little bit, and
Yeah.
you know those unforced errors are starting to show just here and there.
Yep.
Not huge, but
And we're all susceptible to it.
absolutely. I made plenty of them last night.
Sorry, Jacko. Normally the preview screen which we've got shows us that we're watching both, but it's just not doing it. Yeah, sorry, Jacko. But yeah, they are. On our main monitor, it's got both tables going, but actually on the stream, it's
I'm
only
going
got the one.
to ask
That's
to
all
be
right.
excused for a couple of minutes. I've had a few missed calls, so I just want to
That's all right.
do that. I'll be back in a few.
No worries.
Do you want a water or anything while I'm out and about?
No, I'm good, thank you. I think we might just. I'm just going to hang this over here, just so we get the audience in the room.
If we need little old me.
The other one's muted, but that one's not.
Okay. I'm back.
I'm just trying to
I'm
work
gonna have a break.
That isn't changing with what we're selecting on there.
It's probably because of the way I've done it. So let's just. So how do you normally do it? I do it.
Just reopen it again.
I just go that and
okay.
open.
No. So right click on that,
Yeah.
and then go to open preview projector, and you do that.
And then okay. So you do it that way.
Oh yeah, I can do that way.
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
Yeah.
I do it that way.
Because
Right.
It mimics this, and
Yeah.
then when you put studio mode, it mimics studio mode. Because I'm looking at this going, oh, we've got two all the time, but it's only got one of them. That's,
So when you change that, does it change that?
Yep.
It does.
So if you go to
okay.
one, it'll go to one there as well.
Right. Okay.
So it
Instead of changing it on, yeah. See, I just changed it on that one. Okay. Cool beans.
I mean,
Hey,
that's perfect
I'm
for
52
us.
and you learn something new every day.
Perfect for us to watch, but it's just, I just didn't even notice on there. But carry on. Myra,
Carry on.
sorry, Jacko. He's forgiven me for this one still.
Oh.
Appreciate you, Jacko. Oh, I need to move the leg.
Yep. Fair enough.
There are practice tables up there. He's fine at practice though. You're not paying for it.
But if there's paying people coming in, they come first. They always do. BJ's pegged a couple of back. I've been off taking photos, doing some stuff. Marty and Tyler are in a little battle. Hopefully we'll get kicked off at 1 o'clock. has another frame as well. There you go, Anthony Kotze on the hill. Sorry guys, just had to, oh, sorry, back to the cricket. Brent racked that quite quickly. Sorry, I'm also doing my numbers.
I'm just logging in now and stuff like that. Which one is it? Which one?
Great break there by Anthony. He's on the hill. He's going to try and put it away. But BJ will have other ideas if he can get to that table.
Yeah, and so what's wrong? Yeah. Yeah. Have you set up the score sheet now?
Oh, he didn't quite get that one kicked off. That'll be a foul. Good to see Brent's see Brent. You can tell who's reffing the other table, can't you? Brent's reffing the other table. He doesn't get off his chair. He just sits there and does the timer and calls it if he needs to. At least he's doing the timing. That'll teach him for going out last night and not getting home until 4 a.m. And then I'm up at 7:45, so he'll be feeling it later on today. And it'll take him a good week to get over it. Lucky for him though, all he has to do is care for his dad. I have to go back to work. BJ's just missing the getting the position. I don't think he just didn't want that to bounce out as much as it did. He's hitting a really good ball, Anthony. He should be proud of himself, especially playing with a brand new cue that he's not used to. Everyone's heard that he broke his cue the other day. Get it. Oh, is that sitting on that? Is that touching? Don't know, but he's got to be careful of a push shot. So Jesus. Poor Slate. Cop that. BJ's just got to, he's got that horrible red on the cushion there. Come back up the table. Back down for the one in the centre. Or not. It didn't come down far enough. Oh, almost. That's okay. He hasn't really left him too much.
So a copy from
Good call, Anthony. So Anthony just called foul on himself, which was good. It's a good sport.
because the one from last year.
Get in there. Just has to keep chipping away, BJ. Tyler gets a tiny little kiss, but sort of locks up the black. He's got to come around the world a little bit. Oh, Beach. Well, that's all right. He's given him a bit of a hampered queuing, but not an easy shot.
I can't see where the SQ
That's a great shot from BJ.
So how did you copy
And he comes back to 4-10. 10 forward, buddy. How's everyone on this fine Sunday afternoon? Hope you enjoyed the boys' commentary earlier on. Jay's just got a phone call at the moment, and I think Jack's gone for some food, potentially. Or maybe a lie down in the corner. You haven't got Brent on commentary because he's refereeing at the moment in the Marty match. So I'd like to thank our referees as well for the weekend. So Marty Dunlop, who's currently playing, and Jackson, Cherie, who's done some timing, Brent, Jay. Who else have we had? Jeremy. I guess the beauty of it is we can always do the, check back shots and things like that. Go to the video referee. Anthony just needs to take his time. They're not all there. He's trying to close it off, and the more you try and close it off and finish it, the more mistakes you make because you're not you're rushing on your shots. beautiful day here in sunny Queensland. Oh, what a shot, Tyler. Oh, he landed straight on it. How's that for a shot? Potted his ball and the other one. What a ripper of a shot that was. What a little ripper of a shot. Tyler takes it to 7-all. Here we go. It's game on. They're having a break. Fun times. We've got a blow-in match with Marcus and Jeremy today. So don't know much about Jeremy's game. So we're about to find out though. But thank you to those gentlemen for jumping into the time slot. We had a cancellation, and yeah. So rather than just have one match playing, we've managed to wrangle up a second at the 11th hour for the 1 o'clock. Oh, beach. He's working hard. He's working very hard. Good call, Anthony. It's called foul on himself again. He was just trying to clip onto that red and just leave the white behind it and make BJ play that right red up the top. So I see what he was trying to do, but it just didn't come off. BJ's just chipping away. To thank Snooker World staff as well, Bodie, Cody, and I can't remember the other gentleman's name. I've got a brain like a smashed crab when it comes to names, but thank you to them all. We've got the owner of the venue, Mark Paul, playing later on this afternoon. Mark is deaf, so you'll see a lot of, when the referee, he'll tap on the table to tell him that he's got, X amount, but mind you, he's got eyes. He might be deaf, but he's got eyes, so he can see the big screen. BJ's hanging in. Good to see. I've seen Bryn on the receiving end of being, 15-2 down and stuff, and you want them to keep working hard, to just keep chipping away, to come back. And for big boys, no offence, but for big boys, they'll be doing it tough with the heat. So it's quite cool in here at the moment, which is good, because it's warm outside. So yeah, so we're quite happy with the heat inside. It's not too bad. Everything going well with the big guns. Everything going well with the big guns.
I haven't heard from them, so...
Ah, okay. Okay.
That was for something like the SQ,
Ah.
CQ.
You know that Gold Coast 8 Ball Association was the very first member in Poolstat.
Was it?
Yep. Greg came and saw me at a City versus Country, and that was here. And he says, Vanessa, I've got to talk to you about something. And I was the secretary of the association at the time, and I said, oh yeah. And we were using some bloody stupid lion red seal. We were using red seal back then. Hated it. It's the most stupid system. It was English. Anyway, I was here and I was the secretary, and he explained what it was and how it all worked and what it did and everything. And I said, sign me up. I said, however, he goes, oh really? And he says, can you do a introduction? I said, absolutely, I will. I said, obviously I have to run it through the committee first. I said, but this is a no-brainer. I said, absolutely, we will be on board. And now look at him. For what was it back then? I think $2.50 per player per registration each year. So whatever you had the last year, that was going to be your bill moving forward the next year. So based on your members. So that's how we whether it's still that, I don't know, because I'm out of that game. But yeah.
So it's good when you have people on the committee who accidentally mistype the name, so they put another person in the system.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's so good. I don't know why we can't just edit it, or it comes up. That's what he needs to create, is something that comes up with, hey, this is a duplicate.
It's more the fact that people spell it wrong.
Yeah. Sorry guys, we're back on, just come back on table 1 now, so I've just popped them back on.
So I have
But
to
yes.
do some admin work.
I take great pride in, and I've actually added him to it. He's not an official sponsor of ours, Poolstat, but
he definitely helps with the events running.
it helps with every event across the country. So I'm happy with that, and I'll use that. And now I'm going to put. We got the great men are back. I'm going. Goodbye now.
It's so stiff.
That's match over.
What happened? Oh really?
What happened?
Running off on a black.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Don't have to be dead to be stiff, so they say.
No, not at all.
Unlucky, but a match played in good spirits by both lads, so well done for putting yourselves out there.
I mean, the scores says a one-sided affair, but I think it's just
Only
the
for
one
the
who took the
first-
opportunities.
Yeah, I think the first half of the match, I just think it was hard.
Please. Push.
It was hard getting him on the board. Once he got going though, from 7-0 down, he was winning.
Yeah.
Take those first 7 frames out, and you split them 4-3 down. So you go 4-3 down in the first 7, but then, the next set you go, 5-4. Well, you're evens.
Yeah.
So you're only a few mistakes away from having an even-sided match there, I feel like.
Correct.
1 or 2 chances taken adds pressure to your opponent as well. So for every chance you take, it's almost it's one in the bank for another chance you get given later on.
Yep.
Just for you're building that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, still though, it's a bit unlucky to going off on the black ball for the win, mate.
Yep. We'll move down a bit. We can get a better view at this because we're obviously a little bit too far away from the table to be able to sort of watch table 1. So get a better view of. Looking for a plug.
What a charger. I plugged it in last night. It's still there.
My one.
There we go. Okay. Let's go. We've got a best of 7 for the chocolates here. At the moment, it is advantage pool.
Yeah, this has been a good match. Yeah, bit of back and forth. Apart from a 2-frame lead to begin with, I don't think it's been more than a frame the difference sense.
Oh, yeah, he's feeling the gap.
Is now an opportunity to just drop the yellow in the centre and just drift, let the cue ball drift down just inside the balk near the top left corner, just to get rid of that hard yellow, and it naturally leaves you on the one in the right centre.
I think it's as easy
Oh,
as it looks.
oh, he's missed everything. Oh no. On a 7 foot, you can sort of cheat our Aussie table. You can cheat a centre pocket, whereas on a Supreme, you've got to be plumb. They're not really a pocket you can sort of play with.
Yeah, you can, but you've got to know. You can, but you've got to know your pace, how hard you're hitting it, and why you're hitting it there. I would say is
Exactly
a big
right.
part of it. Cheating the pocket by accident because you're not aiming for the middle of it is not going to fly on these.
Yeah.
But I also find like the new ones, the Rassins have larger middles than the Supremes, so you can actually cheat those.
Yeah.
You can actually probably cheat them too much, if I'm honest. They're
Well, I mean,
almost too big.
I mean, when you've been playing a Supreme and then you go to a Racing, you sit there and you say, gee, these centres are buckets, but I think they sort of emulate our Australian tables more than anything.
Yeah.
When it comes to how the centre pockets play. A lot of people who haven't played them will say, geez, the pockets look massive. But I think that came down to just the conditions at the time, that the tables were left in good nick, the cloths are pretty new, and most tables, they do skid in when everything's new.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you're seeing balls go in, generally, and on stream as well, generally they've got the best of the conditions to begin with anyway, so. Oh, a little bit, but you can come say hello, Mandy.
You well? No worries. Will do, you too. No worries, take care. Thanks again for setting the bed up, even though I didn't, even though I didn't make it.
Take care. Mandy Stewart heading off. I think we haven't seen her for a while around the money matches, so it's good to see her come down and spend some time.
Someone smells nice.
No, that's just the spray on the table.
Oh, is it? The spray?
Yeah.
That smells alright.
Just cleaning the table.
Smell like a meth. That smells good. Someone got a plastic bag.
Thank you again to Snooker World for the hospitality, and
So there we go. Well, I dispelled the myth about in the middles. He's absolutely hammered one in there. He's hammered that as well. He might get lucky here. Looks like the red. Oh, is he getting up? I think he's left the gap.
yeah, I think he's through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got a gap there. Getting down on it, so he's looking to obviously try and screw back a little bit. And he'd be happy with that. Tough shot to control from that far away, so he'd be happy with that.
Yeah, these
outcome.
ones going to be awkward. As a right-hander, I'm just trying to think. Oh no, as a right-hander it's fine. As a left-hander, these ones can be awkward because you can't get your hand on the inside of, like on the bed of the table. But you should be fine there. Just slightly cueing down on it. Make sure you cue in the middle of the white ball.
you're back in front. I have to admit, I like a hook. You know, hand on the rail, hook over the top. I like.
Oh, you like that?
I like that. Yeah. I'm a big fan of it.
I like to visualise down my cue.
Yeah.
So if I've got my fingers over the top of my cue, which I do on my break,
Yeah.
I try not to play as a lot of shots like that. I end up doing it because my hands are too big to fit in some places on the table, but I don't have a choice.
I feel like
sometimes, but I try to avoid it as often as I can.
You run a maple cue, so you don't really
Yeah.
get the visual cues of the chevrons or the grains.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, I still believe I get that vision.
Yeah, I can't deal with the grain in an ash cue. It rips me chin hairs and really annoys me. So that's
Tell me when you've had a fresh cut.
nah. Even just with the trim, like I just clipper, and I still get it. So I just don't use them.
You just need to make sure that the grains are packed better.
Yeah, I don't know. Or just use a maple. I don't have to worry about it. That my OCD, when I was younger, used to do me head in with it as well. Like I used to like the chamfer on the bottom of the cue in the crease of my fingers,
Yep.
on the palm of my hand.
Yep.
But that would mean that I was using the grain sideways. So then I had this constant internal battle between holding the cue where I didn't want to hold it to see the grain, or holding the cue where I wanted to hold it but then I wouldn't see the grain. So it was just a shit fight in my own head. And I said, you know what? I don't need any of this. I can just get a maple. So I did. As it turns out, I've gotten over myself. Now I play with the flat side of the cue up where it's supposed to be. So I'm using the top of the grain now every shot.
Yeah. That's the way I go.
Yeah, and I still don't use ash because it rips my chin hairs. So there you go.
I have to admit, it was something that always happened to me over time, was the old chin hairs.
Yeah.
That very rarely happens now.
Yeah, okay.
Very rarely happens now. Maybe because I've probably got a little bit more length going on than what you do.
Yeah, I can't
Don't
get
have the
length.
short stubble.
Yeah.
I've just got the grey whiskers now.
Yeah, the greys.
All the colour's gone since working alongside Reedy, to be fair.
Yeah. You could always shave it like he does, mate.
Nah, I think I'll keep the grey graceful and keep the hair on top of the head. I reckon I'd have a very ordinary looking bonce.
It's a bowling ball, mate.
Yeah, it's just I reckon I've got a weird shaped head.
I've got an absolutely rude head when I shave it. I'll show you a photo.
I reckon I'm the same. I reckon I'll be the same. I reckon like where I've got it now is probably the shortest that I'll probably have it.
I've got photos of my skullet as well.
Yeah.
And I'll show you.
I'm alright. That's when you had your little patch on the back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I remember that. I remember those days.
The missus wanted nothing to do with me.
Uh,
Yeah,
it's actually one way to get your virginity back, isn't it? It's a fast lid. It's very, very aerodynamic.
very slick. Slick.
Very aerodynamic.
Oh, okay. Watching.
On the yellow. What'd you come for? Are you
the
looking
red.
for something here?
No, there's no foul there.
I didn't ask. Oh, mate, they're trying to ask. It's fair shot.
Matthew Stockham reckons that Jack Phillips is becoming washed up these days.
Oh, Matty, you got to learn to spell my name, brother.
He must not be talking about you.
Yeah. No, he's talking about me. Matty's a good mate from back home. He tunes in every now and then, and I'll give him a shout out. Actually, he's one of the 5'8s. Good bloke.
Yep, for a few years.
Yeah,
A little while.
20 years. He doesn't play pool, not interested. But
No. That's probably why he's
the
your
only
mate.
sport, the only sport he'll watch is me playing pool. Doesn't watch footy, cricket, nothing. Can't handle it. But a good bloke. So yeah. He just had a nice trip up here. Actually, went to your neck of the woods, mate, the Sunny Coast. I got him down to Umundi and met Sunny to get a momo, and told him about Spirit House in Yandina, and so he's had this this food journey the last week and absolutely loved it.
Yep, I went to the Spirit House once, and I liked spice. I can tolerate spice, but this one occasion, everyone was like, "Yeah, it's nice. It's not that spicy though." It's probably the spiciest experience that I've had.
Yeah.
Having dinner, and I've had some spicy food in my time, but it was out of control.
Yeah, right.
Of how spicy it was.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, look, I'm okay with spice, but this time it was just over the top. It was blatantly over the top. So.
Yeah, interesting.
But I definitely want to try it again.
Yeah. I'll send you some chili sauce.
No, I'm all right. Thank you.
No, we'll make it mild. But so Matt and I have a chili sauce business called the Chili Cartel. So we make our own chili sauce, and then once a month we'll ship it out and sell some and whatnot. We just do a bit of a flavour every month. So flick me your address and I'll send you a jar.
Go on then.
Why not?
I'll put a sticker on my Q case.
Sticker, yeah. Anyway, we're talking about food and we're trying to watch Paul. You know it's lunchtime when you're talking about food at Paul.
I don't think we've spoken too much Paul since being. Oh, well, I think we have, but
yeah, we did a little bit.
We digress into different things, don't we? I'm sure we'll, as things get a little bit closer towards the end down here, then Marty's got a good chance here to get a 2-frame buffer at a pretty important time in the match.
Yep.
The Reds all being out in the open.
Yeah, that's the hill for the hill.
Yeah.
The crest, I guess you could say.
Good, nice little angle.
I like the way that he goes about his cueing. It's nice and smooth. It's not over the top. It's not.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. There's always room for improvement for everyone, but it's very smooth over the ball. It's like a 9-ball sort of style.
Yeah, he just delivers the tip nicely, doesn't he?
Just very relaxed and gets through the ball, which is good.
Not much of a pause, which you'd probably expect from someone with a more sort of snooker style or experienced sort of cueing, sort of just back and through.
Yeah. I like it.
A lot of people would call that sort of a shove style of cueing these days, but again, you know, we were talking about the hand being close to the cue ball.
Yep.
Which stops the deep drawback or the long drawback.
Well done, mate.
I had a bit of the fucking. I was a bit sick this morning. When I went to the action council, I couldn't play my best, but it was.
Hey, you got the job
I
done,
did
mate.
stuff you told me. Get the problem balls out.
There you go. So I told you I did some work with
Nice
it.
black ball, yeah. Nice black as well.
Yep.
So he has got a 2-frame buffer now. 9.7 is where I lost to little Gussie to Giorgio at the slate comp. 9.7, he beat me 11.10. You wouldn't read about it.
So you're up 9-7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-1.
9.7, 10.9, and lost 11.10.
You can set up if you want, Shuey.
Very
Nice
underrated
big
pool player, Gus.
Only the people that don't know him, surely.
Yeah, made a Australian singles final.
Yep.
If you speak to Robbo, he'll say people don't speak about making a final; they just speak about the ones winning it. But it's a
That's
fair
true,
effort to
but
make a final.
a final would be an achievement. I've
Um,
never made one, so.
Yeah,
put it
look,
that way, yeah.
you know, that makes me feel a little bit better. Oh, but no, Gus is a solid player. He's someone who goes deep in a lot of tournaments.
Yeah.
Won a lot of doubles. I think he's won some Victorian singles titles. He's won some doubles. He's definitely accomplished a lot.
Done some stuff.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has. You wouldn't see his name next to many individual tournaments.
The third best to Giorgio, as he's referred to at home.
Well, it is, yeah. I think Enrico's probably got him, and Bella definitely does. It was ever since he got that Yabby on his that Yabby tattoo, just things started to falter. Oh, you're waiting for my question. So Sean Cullen contacted you. You gave him a code to use a past comp ID or something like that. No, well he's setting up the Central Queensland versus Southern Queensland teams match, and so he tried to contact you because he's obviously got the two teams like SQ and CQ. He's put all the players in the teams, but when he goes to do the draw, there's no players coming up on the score sheet. No players coming up on the score sheet. Well, there's no score sheet at all. It's just basically it's like a blank screen that just says match. You should have a missed call from Sean Cullen, so if you want to contact him. It'll be under Southern Queensland now. And I'll get the comp ID for you. Yeah, so 7075. Yeah.
Marty's got a good chance here. These yellows are looking pretty good. A bit of work to do at the top of the table there, and hardest one to link to is probably the one behind the red. Doesn't go to the middle,
I'm not
so it'll be need to go to a corner.
And then almost like a I had a look and I saw the score sheet and everything. I was just trying to understand it. I mean, unless you delete the match and just make it a final. Yeah. So in other words, the teams haven't been selected by the two captains, essentially.
I would almost take this ball down the rail now.
Well, he just said there's no...
I would take that, and then I would run the yellow closest to the red over the middle up to the top right bag. That would open up the frame for him quite a lot. The same as him doesn't have to come back down towards it either. It's just the way you map these ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Time foul.
Yeah.
Supposed to call 5.
What if you don't call 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Well, they're supposed to look at the clock,
Yeah.
but you should give them the 5.
Okay.
All right. Cool. No,
I didn't realise that.
Right.
I didn't call 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in foul.
No, well, if you didn't give the warning count down, it's your error, not his. So it's play on.
What did Pool Comps do without Jay Lindros? all these years ago.
The player cannot be. I mean, there's no consequence on the player for
No, it's not his error.
a referee's
Yeah,
error.
That's right.
Yep.
I think that's just common sense, that one. Yeah, no, that's all right. That's Matty.
We've already
I've addressed that.
we've already rinsed him back. It's all right.
Yeah, no. We love Matty though.
We've rinsed him back. Oh, that's an interesting shot. Would have liked to catch some jaw there. Yeah. Team dinner though. We're going to be having a team dinner though.
The last match is at 4, so we're usually out by what, 8:30, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're usually out by about 8. Providing 8 to 8:30. Is that all right?
Just missed that last shot or two, so obviously Marty's got that yellow back off the cushion.
I like that shot.
Yep, not bad. I think if Marty...
He's left the pot, but he's also left it, so he has to play it in an awkward way to not going off.
Well, I mean, the red's in a position there, but it comes on the bottom rail, which comes into play if he takes the pot.
Just going to tap up.
Not going to
Oh, he's going to put it.
go the long double on the inside.
I'm surprised he tapped up before, but then chose to pot that one. So he
think
played
he
the safety before when the out was on, and then played the out now when the safety was on.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Just watching that shot that Tyler just played, you can watch the elbow really sort of pull up just as he tries to play the shot. Almost trying to guide some extra bottom on the shot.
Yeah, okay.
It's
You know more about the technique than me, mate. I don't even look at stuff like that.
you know, you'll see a lot of people which you'll say, we know as a chicken wing, someone who throws the elbow out just as they're making contact. More times than not, it's because of a bit of pressure. But sometimes, especially players of a lower grade, they do it to try and add more spin on the ball, thinking that if they brush their tip across the side.
Always called that body English.
Body English.
Yeah, so you're trying to apply side by moving the body.
Yeah.
So body English.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's a good way of putting it. But they've, you know, I can't remember the YouTube channel that it was, but I was watching, and I did a lot of research, obviously because I'm a bit of a referee nerd, about double hits.
Yeah. And
push shots and all that sort of stuff. And one of the I suppose you can call it the scientific research on it. They did a lot of they slowed the frames down to a point where when it was in slow motion, you could see it. I don't know if it was like 1,000 frames a second or something like that. They slowed it down to a point where they could see that, and this was using American balls on a 9-ball table, that hitting at lag pace, so from the balk line, top of the table, landing on the bottom cushion, so at that pace, the tip stays in contact with the cue ball for, we're talking like one 1/100th of a second.
Yes.
So it doesn't actually stay on the cue ball to a point where moving your tip as you're making contact is going to make any difference.
Yep.
So it rebounds off the tip.
So if anyone on the chat struggling to understand this but plays golf and understands golf, then
it's on.
It's
just waiting for it. We'll get there.
It's compression of the ball, or in golfing terms, it'll be compression on the ball. So you want to compress the golf ball by having the club face on it for as long as possible when you strike it. With pull, it's the exact opposite. You want the same effect, but it's your tip that compresses and sticks to the cue ball for longer rather than the ball. So, long story short though, the longer you can maintain your tip on the cue ball, the more control you'll have over it. One of the best people at that, and I think longevity-wise, I think why they've been around so long and whatnot is, and that's, I believe, a big reason for it, but Ronnie O'Sullivan does it really, really well. The way that he cues the ball, he's very slow at the start and deliberate through the white ball, and his compression on the tip and how long his tip stays in contact with that white ball for is unreal.
Yeah, right.
And in Australia, I would say David Collins does it very well as well for billiards. Those soft follow-through shots where you've just got to get through it, but you don't want to do it hard. Like those shots can be so hard to control. But worth learning too.
I was unaware of that, so I'm learning. To me, I just knew that the cue ball rebounded off the tip.
Yeah.
And I would have thought the longer time the tip was in contact with. We're going to have to check this again. Yeah, I'm having a look now. The longer that the tip is in contact with the cue ball, the more chance that things can go wrong. That looks like a foul.
Yeah,
Yeah, foul.
Foul.
You didn't hit a cushion after you made contact.
Yeah, we'll re-look again. We'll re-look again. What up?
We've made the call. We've made the call.
Yeah.
We've made the call. He's hit the cushion first. He's hit the cushion first and then hit the right.
Yep, foul, definite foul.
You didn't hit a cushion. Didn't hit a cushion after you made contact. That's a clear foul.
Trying to record it, and I can. Yeah, I'll record it on here.
I can screen record it. So that's something new to me. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's something
So
new to me. That's something
the
I've never-
longer, if you're doing it unintentionally, that's where the problems come into play with it. But you actually want that tip compression. That's where you get the work on the white ball from and things like that. That's why I use a medium tip, not a really, really hard tip for pull.
I've always been someone who's used a soft tip.
Yeah.
And just recently, when Mick came up to do Mick Hill came up to do an exhibition up this way.
Is he a pool player?
He's played a few times.
Yeah.
He stayed at my place and he's just got all his gear in. They're just unpacking it. And Nita wanted his tip changing because obviously when you get cues in, they got factory tips on, so you don't want to change it. So, and he just asked me, give me the hardest tip you've got.
Yeah, okay.
And I had a little pill box essentially with some tips that I received in a package many years ago. And these were extra hard tips.
Yeah.
So I've put the tip on for him and he's had a hit with it and he's like, yeah, brilliant, perfect, this is exactly what I need. And I had a hit with it and it didn't feel like as hard as what I
thought it should feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like that snooker ting sound that you normally get for a really hard tip.
Yeah.
It had some absorption to it, but for me, I feel like if it's rebounding off the tip, you're going to get less deflection. If it's bouncing off the tip before you make contact, you're going to have less deflection. But if you cues, say that you're playing side or side English or whatever you want to call it, you're making contact and it rebounds straight off from that point. If the tip stays in longer contact with that ball, it's going to push it off more of a direction than it is the path that you're trying to hit it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, so that would be like what you'd call cue deflection. Like so the white ball would deflect off the, so you play left hand side, It deflects off the path and goes to the right.
Yeah.
Now, the counter argument to that is a softer tip will stay in contact with it for longer and also grip it better. So the side and the tip will help hold the white ball in that line by gripping it longer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about the cue ball gripping it. That's me. I'm seeing the chalk is not a binder. It's something that's...
Well, it helps what gives us grip. Without chalk, it slips off the tip. So the chalk is...
I'm thinking of it as like a talcum powder contact sort of thing. Like
yeah,
it causes a slippery surface. It definitely... The chalk is filling in the gaps of the tip. Obviously, if you were to use a microscope and look into a tip, you're going to have a lot of little holes and gaps and all that sort of stuff. And the chalk is what compacts into that.
Or is the chalk gripping to like micro holes in the white ball?
Like a discus and a shot put sort of thing?
No, so like the pores in the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, this is a bit too scientific for me.
We're going a little bit too far and we're not qualified for this.
But I know what I like and I know why I like it.
Yeah,
so
no, but I mean, great theories.
Yeah.
Great theories to try and understand. And they both make sense as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But I didn't
But
like...
You've got thickness of the ferrule as well that contributes to throw and things like that as well.
Yeah, like titanium, the brass,
the thickness of the, even if it's just, say a brass ferrule for example, the wall thickness of the ferrule will contribute to it as well. Like the thicker it is, the more it will more or less generally throw. Like get the pub cues where they've got like an inch long giant brass ferrule and a plastic screw in tip, mate.
Bend around like
they throw 6 inches from one end to the other.
Interesting conversation, that's for sure. As I said, like someone who's tried a hard tip before and had that really sort of hard ting, I felt when I was playing backspin or side, it was slipping off the tip.
Yeah.
But then the one that I'm using now, I felt like I had grip.
That's a great pot.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Marty.
That's a good shot, good recovery as well. If he knocks this in from that foul, it looked like it might have upset him a little bit, but if he's put it behind himself and moved on this quickly, I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Good form.
I was thinking the same thing. You've basically just taken the comment out of my mind.
Well done.
Well done, Marty. Good finish, Marty. See you, mate.
See you, mate. Yeah, that's a good finish.
Yeah. Puts him on the hill. Yeah. Don't forget 1 o'clock, guys. Coming up next, we have the Shooby-Dooby-Doo, Marcus Schubert taking on Jeremy Clark, and stalwart Lenny Stein taking on probably I'd say one of the more exciting players in Queensland when it comes to attacking and playing pool, Rhys Daly. It's rare to not see him with a cue in his hand, Rhys. He's just always playing pool. I say that, but I can't see him in the room playing pool. I think he was working before. So.
Brent, you're sitting on a very uncomfortable chair. That's not a good chair. Why aren't you sitting on the other chair? Yeah. Is that more comfy?
So Marty gets first opportunity at the table.
Yeah, with ball in hand as well.
Yeah.
Got a lot of work to do here.
Yeah, probably could have positioned himself a little bit better to get the cue ball in a bit of a better position. He's left the cue ball in a bit of a tough spot. Decided to take the face double on.
Yeah. I think it's one of those awkward frames where the first person to push the boat out, you know, forgot to put the bungs in sort of thing, you know, like it's if you have a crack at these and you don't finish, you're no longer like the opposite set of balls becomes favourite heavily.
I think I had VJ on yesterday or on Friday night, and one of the comments he made is, as much as you want to pot out, he's always looking to play a smart shot, and a smart shot might be opening up a set of balls and getting a snooker.
Yeah.
Putting balls in a better positions and not necessarily looking to go game. He's trying to find a smart shot which is going to progress him in the frame, but also secure him in the frame as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's a 100% right way to look at it.
Yep.
Without,
he's on this
without
yellow.
a doubt. Like, at the end of the day, there is generally no substitute for the right shot. So the difference is ability to execute the shot and to find it in the first place.
Yep.
So I think that's what makes commentating difficult, and watching different players and stuff. It's easy to sit on the sidelines and I would have done this or should have done that, or but it's different. Like if you're judging the shot based on your own ability to execute it and your own ability to see it in the first place. It's assuming that your opponent can do the same as you. Where it's such a broad game and like different abilities that the right shot for someone with less ability to execute is actually totally different to the right shot for, say, someone like yourself who has that ability. So
That's a great shot.
that's a good hit.
That's a really good shot there from Tyler. Can knock this in with a little bit of stun and come off the side rail just out in the open. Black's out in the open. Oh, he's choosing to run through this.
Aim that down. If you aim that down, are you cold?
You're talking to me? Oh, I haven't touched it.
I reckon it was Reedy.
Women.
No, exactly right. I know there's players that will prefer to really cue through the ball to come off the side rail and back out in the open, where there'll be some that would prefer to run through it off the top rail and come back in their position, use the natural run of the ball. So
yeah, I'm a huge believer in.
Yes.
I'm a huge believer in the rails are there for a reason, so use them to your advantage.
yeah,
Close to me.
And I believe in coming into the line of your positional shots if you can. Even into snookers, if you can come into the line of a snooker rather than across it, you've got sometimes 2 feet to land on instead of 1 inch.
Yep.
And landing on small areas is sometimes really difficult, especially on a slick table just being ironed and whatnot. So position-wise, I'd 100% recommend using natural angles as best as you can.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of learning what happens off the rails and playing around with it, because it'll improve anyone's game, I believe.
You ask the pros, and they would much rather have some angle than no angle at all.
Absolutely, yeah. You can manipulate it so much. When it's straight, there's not a lot of manipulation to be had, but
Tyler's got a good opportunity here to get a frame closer. He put a lot into that.
yeah.
Didn't really have too much control of what was going to happen.
This is a lot thinner than it actually looks on the TV. So the white ball's going to be running around, but
Are you taking a double on here? Probably screwing off the top rail, because I think that's the only way you can hold for.
I would have said no, but he's done it. Is this onto the middle? I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
Is it onto
I'm
the
right
corner
behind.
bag? It's onto the corner
It's
off
on
the
the-
high jaw. It is to high jaw off the red into the corner bag. That's my guess.
Yep. So I would have taken the double on, but I probably would have been a little bit more controlled, just a soft
Yeah.
screw, just
I
to try and keep it in the top half of the table.
I would have taken the double on and probably missed the double.
Yeah. Look, I probably would have missed it as well.
Yeah.
But it's a thought that obviously counts. Marty's got a good chance here to close it out. Probably could play a couple of shots just to. I mean, you could.
This is those perfect opportunities when I was talking about coming into a line of a snooker. So there's a big snooker here behind a path of those two reds. Instead of pushing that red in the way of the other one like he has, if he played it off the side rail and used the bottom jaw to push it back up the side rail, then you've got 1.5 feet to run the white ball in the line of the two reds in the middle of the table. Get a full ball snooker.
Yep.
And it's actually an easier shot to execute, and it doesn't give him a sniff at the double,
This could go off the red.
You're leaving it a little bit to Lady Luck if that's the case, and then by playing it the way that he has, now those two balls in the bottom corner are lined up, which isn't difficult, but sometimes under pressure they can become difficult.
I like the safety, like you just mentioned, but I probably would have done it with the red that's on the side rail. Probably would have just chipped that off the rail and left the cue ball on the rail, and and snookered that way.
So look, I'm not offended by that being there because I think that's somewhat of a false sense of security that it goes behind the red down on the hole anyway, comfortably. So like I said, I'm not offended by that being there and having that option.
Yep.
It's also a ball you can run and hide behind if you need to, if you get stuck. So
Yeah, absolutely. I just like the fact that it was
it's a good shot now.
chipping it off the rail. It stops you from having to be in the top half of the table to actually use it.
Yep.
But, you know, he had the insurance here, obviously, knowing that it's going to be Lady Luck.
We've seen these go in. Stranger things have happened. I'm probably belting this.
I'd be going, the amount of times I've seen these off the bottom rail, cue ball off the bottom rail, into the black,
Yeah,
off the
double
side rail,
into
and
the
then in the top corner. Yep.
Yeah, that would have been a six-pocket rocket for me, mate. I think.
Yep.
Shutty eye, hitty hard. I said shutty eye, hitty hard.
And, you know, you probably could have lost a turn as well, knocked his ball in too, so.
I don't think it was on, or he would have. I think it was actually.
No, I meant with the going up the back of it to try and pot it.
Yeah, I think it was going into the jaws. He looked
Yeah.
at it. I assume if it was on, he would have played it, but he's played some smart shots as well. So, as I say that, that was as good times. If you could see the black, just push it to the rail and kill it. Here you go, have your chance, but you're going to have your chance with a tough black ball because I've got nothing.
Yeah. I think he's playing the combination with the wrong ball here. I think I'll probably go the one in the middle. And then would have left myself on the one I just potted.
It's,
But it shouldn't make a difference.
bit of pressure, but he's shelling peas, mate.
He's just,
Is he just under it?
yeah, he's a little bit straightish, but not really straight. He's got to drive this off the side rail. That'll play, just leave himself a long pot. Marty 2 pots away from bagging $500. Nice shot, well cued.
This is it. This is the one.
For the frame of the
He's taking his time.
frame
I
of the
like
match.
that.
Yeah,
That's what you should do.
couple of breaths. Oh, he's queuing down on it.
He does cue down on a lot of his shots.
Yeah.
He delivers the
shot.
cue through nicely.
Well done to Marty. Congratulations to Marty.
Well done, guys.
Another great
That
match.
was a good match.
We're not far off from starting the next matches, guys. Thanks for joining in. Thank you to Jack for joining me. You can go have your lunch now, mate. And we'll see you at the next match.
Sounds good. Thanks.